Good morning, you beauties.
Yeah.
Whatever you are doing, stop right now. The week has officially started. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, my
Absolutely.
brother. Nice to see you, man.
So nice to see you, and so nice to see you sneaky little people. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Hope you had an amazing weekend, but time to get the week off to a feel-good note. Maybe shake the weekend off just a little bit.
We're going to shake it. Okay, we have to... Can I tell you what I'm doing all weekend? I've been watching Olympics. It's been the most amazing thing, watching so many different sporting codes, and it's been the most incredible thing to watch people fail, watch people jump, watch people do their thing. It's amazing. I'm having fun. Also, do you not think that logo looks like Mary J. Blige?
I wonder if she's going to come after them with the copyright.
I don't know. Just
that
has
is
this
absolutely
Can you
beautiful.
see it? Yeah.
I love it, man. The simplicity and, of course, the craziness and the Frenchness of the Olympics.
Oui,
I think,
oui.
yeah, I think a lot of us have got a lot to process, and Lorenzo is going to join us to chat about the Paris Olympics opening ceremony and, of course, some of the moments that have been given to us so far. There have been some incredible moments within that, some bizarre, some getting the world talking, and, of course, a lot of people talking about our outfits, the initial performances from South African teams at the moment. Come on, Blitzbox. It's just going to be amazing. So we're going to kind of launch our very own Olympics in studio to celebrate. And we're going to be competing against each other, no doubt, and probably our guests as well, to stay on top of the leaderboard. And I'm ready for that.
It's going to be great. So, I mean, darts are going to be the thing. It's great. It really is. But someone who always just finds the bullseye is an international sports presenter, somebody who is flying the South African flag overseas. Julia Stewart's here, joining us to share a bit more about the journey of breaking into sporting broadcasting in that industry, but overseas. And I'm telling you now, when it comes to the punditry that she has on that panel, honestly, Julia Stewart is up there with him.
I'm actually worried I might swear or burst out crying when I see her, because we get it. We get it on this side of the industry. We understand what it is to smash through a ceiling like that. So Julia, she's our spirit animal this morning. We cannot wait to connect with her. And then entertaining us this morning are the choirs ahead of the voices in unison. That might make us cry as well. They're celebrating 30 years of democracy through singing, and an amazing event has been set up from UWC Choir to the SA Youth Choir. We've got a full roster of award-winning choirs.
It's going to be great. In fact, I actually saw one of those performers, right, and they were having teaspoons of honey as I walked into the building. So you can only imagine how the honey is warming the throat, though. And, of course, it's going to be a fantastic show today. I know we are ready to rumble. We are good to go. We just need a bit of makeup to start things off, right?
And just someone to balance this out, this vibe, maybe just a little bit.
And balancing, I will. Good morning, gents, and good morning to you too. Listen, it is International Lipstick Day, and I cannot wait to, of course, just enjoy the goodness of amping and sprucing up my lip. I now have a plain lip gloss on, but I'm going to need your help to definitely channel all things either unapologetic, powerful confidence, or even compassion. And I have to draw from one of my favorite actors. Her name is Gwyneth Paltrow, and she said something so incredible that beauty really is just about that inner confidence. And if not that, then it's definitely about a kick-ass red lipstick. And that's where we get started today with your choices. Now, I absolutely love this one. It is a Luxe Lip from Bobbi Brown, and this one in particular is called Parisian Red. It's a luxurious hydrating formula, Bobbi Brown's Luxe lipstick, and it really is the one that I think you might just go for. It just has that, you know, unapologetic French red tip to add to anything. So that might be your first option to channel all things to do with being unapologetic. And sticking with Bobbi Brown, we have this 10-hour color True Wear. Look at that. The shade is absolutely incredible. It is a matte lipstick, and it's in the color Parkside. It smoothens, it plumps the lips for every girl on the go, and I would say I'm exactly that. Now, with every lip, of course, we have a bit of an affirmation, and we go from unapologetic to powerful. And from powerful, we move to confidence, because who doesn't love a bit of confidence? And now we've got a Steeler lip, and this oozes with exactly that. It's a stay all-day liquid lipstick in Bucca, and it is enriched with vitamin E and also avocado oil. So definitely is going to nourish the lips and have you feeling and looking authentically beautiful. So perhaps this is your word, confidence for the day. I don't know, maybe we got to kickstart your Monday with that feel. And last but certainly not least, we have W Beauty on trend. Now this is a long wear lipstick in vanilla mink, and it's ethically sourced as well as vegan friendly. It's got some great ingredients that's going to definitely make you feel good while wearing it. Now, it's fueled with compassion with every single application, and it's more of like a brownish shade. So perhaps that is your word of today. You've got 4 words. What will it be? Unapologetic, powerful, compassionate, or even confidence. What are we going for today? You're going to help me feel powerful with the lipstick shade of your choice. So head over to our social media pages and vote for your favorite shade and tell us how it makes you feel. Of course, don't forget to use that hashtag Woolies X Lipstick Day. It is National Lipstick Day. We are celebrating and making me feel good. For now, though, we've got to head over to some national duties and make sure that we check in with your news. Here is your latest.
Thank you so much, Carissa. As we move into our news block now, we unfortunately have to bring you heartbreaking news of our own, represented by our Expresso family. So sadly, Douglas Davis, who has been one of the engine rooms, one of those driving our ability to stay on top of news and current affairs every day, has sadly passed away. Eloise Davis has been a very valued member of this team, someone who has given us so much. She has lost an incredible husband and partner through this process. And of course, his daughter, Vicky Davis, is a really good friend of ours. She has been within our Expresso family, the broader company family, for a very long time, someone who I've looked up to throughout my career. And I would imagine the family is hurting like few of us can wrap our head around right now. We are so sorry for your loss. We are sending you nothing but love and prayers today. And if you'd like to express your love in the way that this beautiful Expresso family does, please drop a note on our Facebook page. I know it is very difficult for families to broach anything on days like this, but just a little bit of positive energy, just a little bit of love can really go a long way. So to Eloise and to Vicky, our hearts are with you right now, and we're sending you absolutely every ounce of our love, the passing of an incredible individual. So in their honor, we will continue today to try and shine a light on all things positive and the news that we really do have to take account for. And to do that right now, Carl is going to take us through today's news headlines.
Thanks a lot, G. I'd like to echo that as well. Sincere condolences. In fact, this news report was compiled by the Davises, so this one is for you. Now, starting nationally, Home Affairs Minister Dr. Leon Schreiber has welcomed the arrest of 95 Libyan nationals allegedly receiving training at an illegal military camp in White River, Mpumalanga. They reportedly entered South Africa with visas obtained through misrepresentation in Tunisia. The department has already cancelled these irregularly acquired visas. Now, National SAPS Commissioner, that is General Fani Masemola, assured the nation that the SAPS will leave no stone unturned in investigating the alleged suspicious activities taking place at the farm in White River. Now, staying in South Africa, the Department of Agriculture in the Western Cape has welcomed measures by the national government to curb the spread of foot and mouth disease in the province. The measures published by the National Department of Agriculture prohibit the movement of split ungulates of their byproducts unless permitted by a state veterinary permit. Now, cases of the disease have been reported in certain parts of the Eastern Cape. Western Cape Minister of Agriculture Ivan Meyer says the province remains on full alert because it shares borders with the Eastern Cape. Now on to international news. 12 Libyan officials received prison sentences ranging from 9 to 27 years for their roles in dam collapses that killed over 4,000 people in Derna last September. Responsible for managing water resources and maintaining the dams, they were charged with negligence, premeditated murder and wasting public money. 3 defendants were also ordered to repay illicitly obtained money. An international report in January attributed the dam failures partly to poor maintenance and governance amid Libya's conflict. Now, Venezuelans line up at polling stations yesterday for a pivotal election, the first major contest in 25 years of socialist rule. President Nicolas Maduro faces an energized opposition led by Maria Corina Machado, who is barred from office and has handed the campaign to Edmundo Gonzalez, a 74-year-old ex-diplomat. Despite Gonzalez's broad support, including from former Maduro allies, concerns about election fairness persist. Critics cite possible irregularities and arrests of opposition staff as obstacles. Now, polling stations experienced delays, raising further doubts about the transparency of the process. And wrapping with a fantastic bit of news, not only South African athletes who are represented overseas at the Paris Olympic Games 2024, but also a specialized team from the SA Police Service. National SAPS Commissioner General Fani Masemola proudly wished 15 police officers well as they left for France to assist with policing functions during the Games. The SAPS is the only Southern African Development Community law enforcement agency participating in this skills-sharing opportunity for crowd management. Following a request from the French government, the 15 members, including 7 females and 8 males, began their duties with the opening of the Games on Friday. These officers are selected from all 9 provinces, each over 10 years' experience in public order police unit under their belt, and we look forward to them representing South Africa at the Paris Olympics. That's it for news for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take a look at your sporting action. Here's Chi.
Thank you so much, Carl. I suppose we have to start with the Olympics. And of course, a major shining light for us, the Blitzboks clinched a bronze medal at the Paris Olympics with a thrilling 26-19 victory over Australia. That was in the 3rd place playoff on Saturday evening. And I know it seems surprising to a lot of us as the final qualifier for the tournament, but they did us proud. They trailed 7-5 at halftime, then surged ahead in the second half with 2 quick tries by Zane Davids, both converted by Tristan Lates. It was fantastic throughout. And despite a late Australian comeback just to give the nerves, a decisive try after the buzzer by Sean Williams following a brilliant run by Selvin Davids, securing the bronze medal in Paris. We could see what this meant for that team, the journey they've been on, an incredible honour. Now we stay with Olympic news, and Léon Marchand has claimed France's first Olympic swimming gold since 2012. And what a way to do it, with a dominant performance in the 400-metre individual medley in Paris. So the 22-year-old set a new Olympic record with a time of 4 minutes at 02.95, finishing nearly 6 seconds ahead of Japan's Tomoyuki Matsushita, with American Carson Foster taking bronze. Marchand's victory comes after he shattered Michael Phelps's world record last year, so the writing was on the wall, solidifying his status as a heavy favourite in the event. And he's delivered. Now let's stay with the Olympic news, and we love the spice in this one. Rafa Nadal and Novak Djokovic, 2 of tennis's greatest rivals, and now I'm sure pretty good mates, are set to clash once again in the second round of the Olympics at Roland Garros. This marks, in fact, their 60th encounter, with their rivalry spanning Grand Slams, Masters and Davis Cups. And their first meeting occurred at this very venue in 2006. You connect those dots. And then, of course, Nadal was 20 and he was defending champion with one of his 14 Roland Garros titles and 22 majors. Then Djokovic, now world number 2, was an emerging 19-year-old ranked 63rd at the time. Wow, if only we had an almanac back then. Today's highly anticipated match starts at 12 p.m. I think lunch breaks a little bit earlier today. Now, let's look back over the weekend, and motorsport action continues to deliver this weekend. Of course, we saw Lewis Hamilton clinching victory at a dramatic Belgian Grand Prix. That was after his Mercedes teammate, George Russell, was disqualified for having an underweight car. So this marks Hamilton's 2nd win of the season, following his triumph at Silverstone, his very happy hunting ground, and his 105th win of his illustrious Formula One career. Incredible. It was also Mercedes' 3rd win in the last 4 races, a significant turnaround after a challenging couple of years for the team. The McLaren's Oscar Piastri was promoted to 2nd place, while Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, he moved up to 3rd. And the next race is the Dutch Grand Prix in Zandvoort, and that's on the 25th of next month, following a little bit of a summer break. But we're going to delve further into all of the Olympics permutations in just a moment with Lorenzo, so stick around for that. Right now, new week, new weather. Let's get it on board.
Thank you so much, Gray. Let's have a first look at your weather for this morning. The South African Weather Service has issued an orange level 5 warning for damaging waves, resulting in damage to coastal infrastructure, with a risk of medium to large vessels dragging anchor and breaking mooring lines between Alexander Bay and Cannon Rocks. Now, a yellow level 2 warning for damaging winds and waves leading to difficulty navigation at sea are expected between Plettenberg Bay and Richards Bay. Furthermore, very cold conditions are expected in places over the interior of the Western Cape and Namakwa District interior over the Northern Cape until tomorrow. And forecaster Celeste Fourie says the temperatures are expected to drop significantly in Gauteng, Mpumalanga and Limpopo from today, with chilly conditions predicted in these provinces. Pretty sure you'll be looking out for that sunrise just to get a bit of warmth. And this is your reminder to share your morning views with us on 063-408-8863. We look forward to checking those out just after 7 o'clock. For now, though, let's see what you can expect in your world of temperatures for today.
Ooh, it's chilly. Did you see Sutherland -3 and Craddock -3?
I have to say Uppington, I'm sorry, -1 in Uppington. Okay, that seems really, really cold. Okay.
So cold.
But we got you covered. Don't worry, 3 hours. We are the warm embrace.
Yeah, can I
okay?
tell you why you'll be warm as well? Because
Okay.
we're going to get into all things sports. But before we tell you more about that, let's get into Good Morning Post for today.
Yes.
Because we want to connect, man.
Well, what's one thing, one sport in particular that you always thought with the right amount of time, money and effort, you could have actually gone pro? Or without that knee injury that every other man says that he could have gone pro in soccer. I mean, what would it be?
Gee, come on now, brother.
I don't
Let it
know.
out.
Darts. I'm going to say darts.
Guys!
No, I'm just being super cheeky this morning because we're going to have a little bit of fun with that. I don't know if I would have... It probably would have been in the martial arts space, I think.
I can
I
see
think
that.
for me, that probably would have been... Because conventional sports, I mean, I had my cap. I had my limit, undoubtedly, and I was
Yeah.
always surrounded by amazing players. So I think I looked a lot better than I was.
Okay.
But yeah, probably that. What do you think, you?
Me, sports? Well, let's see. Fencing. I'm going to go with
Go
that.
sports!
Have you ever fenced before?
I have no idea what it entails, but I somehow can see myself with the mask and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
You know?
Ah, that looks.
How would we know it's you?
Exactly.
Because you're wearing the mask. I don't know.
Exactly.
Carl? Footy. Footy.
No, I'm not, no,
definitely.
no, that's a cliche answer. I'm going to say water polo. I used to love water polo, and I think like I'd definitely go for that. And you know, if you know, you know. If you know me at school, that was my vibe.
You were that guy.
Yes, I was definitely like a football guy, but I had a
No,
summer
I just say
sport
because
as
I've
well.
seen you play footy, Bruce.
Yeah,
So
he's
I'm like,
very
I think
good.
you've got that.
Thank you.
I've seen you do a little bit of boxing. I think you've got that.
But water polo, you'll see.
He's always so cross.
He's an
Cross all the time.
amphibian, on the ground, in the water.
So CrossFit all the time.
Oh.
But we want to hear from you. Let us know. Have a little bit of fun with us. And if you came close, we want to know how close you came and what that journey was like, please.
Absolutely. Well, speaking about sports, we're going to launch something really exciting. Of course, Friday we saw the kickstart of the Olympics, and we have our very own in-house Olympics.
Yeah, yeah.
These guys are going up against each other, and I have the privilege of hosting them in something called
Hey.
darting.
Oh.
Okay, Lorenzo, showing your skills right now. Let's see how Gray and Carl do against each other.
It's going to be great. Martial darts coming your way. Your feel-good breakfast show.
Nice.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you for choosing to start your week with us. And of course, all of us started the Olympics kind of together this weekend with a massive, massive show. The Paris Olympic Games kicked off with, let's call it an extraordinary riverside spectacle that many of us are struggling to wrap our heads around, featuring a flotilla of boats carrying athletes from or down the Seine, high-flying dancers, vibrant performances by artists like Lady Gaga, Aya Nakamura, Celine Dion, and despite the torrential rain, that open-air ceremony delivered a dazzling display of very French culture and resilience, I think.
Oui, it is very good. We have somebody who has got French heritage. Lorenzo Doris is Expresso sports producer to tell us all about the Olympics and why Snoop Dogg is there. Hello?
Oui. Yeah,
Oui,
I don't know.
Snoop.
You see,
That's all
Snoop
I know.
Dogg is just chilling in
He's
the
the coolest human being ever. Snoop Dogg is a unicorn.
But no,
I'm
but
saying,
they
you thought Flavor Flav with the women's water polo was cool?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is a unicorn.
No, they watched the opening ceremony, the practice, and they were like, this just isn't cool enough.
Yeah.
Invite Snoop.
Yeah,
Just
like
invite
you
Snoop, bring him
need
over,
something
man.
cool.
What's up,
If any of you invite Snoop Dogg over, you know you're like the coolest human being in South Africa ever.
Yeah.
You like chilled with the Queen.
We got a little surprise for you.
Yeah.
Snoop. No, I'm
no,
joking.
imagine.
I wish we could do
Imagine.
it. And of course, we were treated to an incredible opening ceremony, so we thought let's dive right in there first and take a look at the spectacle.
He's running the technical.
Yes.
Yo, I'm so sorry, dude. You
At
cut to them when Serena was like, oh, what
At
happened?
one moment, they were looking all calm and easy,
Yes.
and then they looked like they had jumpsuits on them.
That being said, what are we talking about right now? Maybe they got the perfect cuts.
That's
Maybe they got
true.
the perfect angles.
Right.
Not without its moments. So we love that, and we want an opening ceremony to be a little bit crazy and a talking point and a bit of clickbait. We get that.
Gender reveal.
Completely, dude. And then there were the elements that none of us can fully understand and
Yes,
traumatize
yeah.
us just a
I'm
little bit.
I'm still trying to figure.
It's okay. We'll
Was it a
move
Blue
past
Smith?
that.
Was it a Blue Smith? Anyone know?
All I know is that it looked like an apology that was had to happen.
was it? Okay.
We're not going to get into that.
I was like, where's Gargamel?
There were 5 strongly worded emails written to someone.
Yes.
To bronze, just like that.
Yeah, let's
You know?
let's bring it in.
Let's temper our expectations. That's how we were
Yes.
talking on Friday. Was okay. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Yes,
This is
don't.
the 12th team to qualify. It's been the worst
Last to
season out
qualify.
there. It's the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst.
And the
it's
results.
the best performance that they've
Yes.
done in the Olympics.
Yeah.
How are you
must say-
feeling about that incredible turnaround?
I think all of us that were not there need to sit back and reflect and be like, we're really sorry, Blitzbox. We as a nation, we should be apologizing.
And we're making humble pie. Just now.
Yes,
We've got
we
it.
are.
It's already- you
I'm
can
making
smell it in
humble
the
pie.
kitchen, yeah.
I spoke to one of the guys on the team.
dear.
Shout out to Patty Zane Davids,
Yes.
scoring 2 tries in the
Was the man of the
final.
moment.
Man of the moment. And I said sorry to him. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I doubted you guys. At some point, I was satisfied with the fact that you made it.
Yeah.
It was fine. Then you beat New Zealand, and I was like, oh, now away from
Yes.
them.
This is history. This is
Yes.
something truly special. When I see shaky shakes there,
Yeah.
I mean, we've walked an incredible journey with this team, which has made this year hurt a lot.
Yeah, it has.
Because they have been underperforming vastly under their potential for such a long time. What does this mean for that team getting this kind of moment for Philip and the boys?
I'm hoping that with Mark Alexander and the CEO of SA Rugby being there, Gayton McKenzie visiting them twice, there's more funds. We've had to divert, when I say we, I say SA Rugby as a whole, as a family together. They've had to divert funds so that we can help the women's game as well. I'm hoping that corporates come on board now, push more, because our sevens, we were always tops. We always expect our boys to win.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that they're going to put a little bit more in. They've shown that they can do it with a little bit of confidence, a little bit of support.
Completely.
They can go and get a bronze. I'd take that bronze. Oh, we'd love the silver. We'd love the gold.
Yeah,
But
next
we're
time,
coming
next
home
time.
we're coming home with a medal. And I just feel that if Philip Snyman gets given the support he deserves, the boys get paid the money they're supposed to get paid, so that they get looked after, so that people don't sell their cars and have to live with friends to make it, then I think
And
we
that
have a
being said, I
chance.
mean, the women's game has been like that forever.
Yes,
so
yes,
I think
and
both
I get
a bit
that,
of
and
parity
they-
there,
yeah.
yeah, completely. And if you think of how fast forward this moment has been, in terms of the women's game and how much they've done, put the resources, like you say, where it's deserved.
Oh, yeah.
But the men shining bright this weekend.
Yeah.
Blitzbox, I'm going to say like Lorenzo, I'm sorry,
Yes.
man. I'm sorry, I doubt it. We love you guys. And of course, if you want to catch the Olympics, you can catch it free to air, baby, on every one of the SABC channels, featuring highlights and incredible Olympic moments so we can have a front row seat.
Well, it's the word on everybody's mouth right now. The Olympics have kicked off, and what better way to get in the spirit than to host Expresso's very own Olympics. Just a bit of fun and completive games. Now, we're kicking off with an exciting darts competition. Very excited to get into that. Let me just break it down for you. Now, each participant has 3 darts to score as many points as possible, ranging from 1 to 10. Now, the top scorer earns 10 points. If you come in at second place, you get 5 points, and third place is 3 points. Like I said, we're going to have a leaderboard and make sure that we keep score of everybody, and we've got 3 people up against each other for today. Presenters versus our sports presenter. Let's see who actually can take this one to the top and be the first one on our leaderboard. We have Carl versus Lorenzo versus Graham. We got to get into this. Okay,
We're
here's
not
a quick
friends,
one.
Graham.
How
Not
good are you
anymore.
all at darts out of 10?
It's a
Man.
sliding scale.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and it slides this way. That's generally the way the sliding scale goes. So,
Martial darts.
martial darts.
Martial darts.
So I don't know. It's a bit of an unknown quotient for me. But I'm confident.
Yes.
I like the confidence.
Yeah.
They say being Delulu is the Salulu, so
Okay, I like that.
he's going to get you far.
I don't understand what you just said, but I feel
Yes.
a little.
Is that
Better.
Gen Z?
This man is very confident.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
said he likes martial arts and martial darts. He should start. I'm just saying.
I was going to
Put
say,
us off.
Graham
No
looks
pressure.
ready
Right,
to go.
right.
Cool.
Any darts look good to you?
The red
Graham?
ones.
Yeah,
Pick the red
yeah.
ones.
I'm going
please.
with red.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a
Yeah.
team
Beautiful.
effort.
Okay,
And
I
this
see.
is
Just
the
be
third
careful, eh?
game.
We'll
I assume this
stand over
black
here.
line is where
Yes,
it's at.
black line over there.
Lovely.
All
All right, so
You want to aim for this section over here.
thank you.
It's very important that you go. You're number 1.
Bro, if you knew how bad my eyes are, you might have just given me a secret weapon, bro.
There we
Okay,
go.
great,
Cool.
let's go.
Sure.
3,
Graham.
2, 1, let the games begin.
It does feel either too early or too late to be.
Five.
Oh,
Okay,
not
all right.
bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Just 10.
That's just my.
Oh, 19.
All right.
Wait
All right.
a
19 is
minute.
perfect, bro.
Okay, I'll take it. It feels
Very
like a
good.
dart
Adding
number.
that up
It
for
feels like
me.
a darts number. I like
Mathematics.
it.
All right. Okay.
19
All
points
right,
for Graham.
19.
Up
Okay,
next,
I'm going to go next. I'm
Good
going
luck,
to
good
try.
luck.
It's Lorenzo
Now
Dari.
I'm
try.
sweating. This is tense.
Hello,
man.
let's
try.
go.
Here we go.
You look like a professional
Okay,
dart
6.
player. 6 out the gate. Nice.
7.
7.
Oh,
Nice.
goodness.
Oh, that was a cheeky
And
little one.
5.
Oh, that is.
5.
And what is that?
I would say that's a 5.
18.
It's a 5. It's a 5.
I've got 18.
Thank you,
5. That's
Lorenzo.
good. That's
19 to
good.
Graham, 18 to Lorenzo. Let's see how
See if
Carl
I can just
Wasey
find
does.
the board here. first.
Yeah. A bit higher.
Nice.
Okay,
Come on.
confidence.
Come on.
Okay.
Bit lower. Bit lower. Oh.
Oh.
Plays
19.
19.
19.
All right, well.
A lucky
Okay.
number.
All right.
Sounds
Okay,
like a
I've
number.
got
need to go
19 to Gray, 18 to Lorenzo, 19
wow.
to Carl.
All right.
Which does mean, Lorenzo, you are
I'm
out for now.
eliminated. The
I
time
think
has
we should go
spoken.
Carl
So
versus...
soon, really?
Yeah,
so that was the
yeah.
knockouts.
Yes,
All right.
knockouts.
Let's go.
This is getting more and
Yeah,
more
so I've got
tense.
bronze.
You do have bronze, like the Blitzwalker. Let's go.
Sure. Okay, don't cross that
Come
line.
on.
Don't cross the line.
Come on. Yeah, I'm
7.
watching you there. I'm watching you there.
8. Oh, it's
8.
brilliant.
Oh! I was overconfident. I was
23.
overconfident.
3 points to Graham.
That's brilliant, dude.
324.
That's brilliant. How do I beat that? That's the thing.
Yes, there you go. Look at that.
Competition is
Take now,
on.
he's trying to
Let's
set it
see
up.
always-
He's trying to set it up for dramatic
Oh, wait.
effect.
Wait.
That's it. Oh, that's the killer. Oh!
What is this
By
one in
default,
darts?
You
Do
get
go
to
again?
throw it again, surely.
Do I?
Surely,
Yeah,
man.
we
We can't
don't
leave a dart
usually do
undarted. Oh! You see.
Drop
You
the
see.
mic. Very
Almost.
I mean, is
We
that
need
a
to- we
bullseye?
need to-
It's so close to
It's
it.
so
Okay.
It
close.
is very
need to
close,
technically
but it's
look
not
at
quite.
that.
We've got a 6.
I would
we've got a
say
5,
that
and a
I would say
9.
that's more 7
22.
than 6.
You
That's
think
more
so?
7.
I think it's more 7 than 6.
Okay,
I'll give
so
it.
we got a
give it
7
7,
and
5,
5
that's
and a
12 to
9.
21. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Almost a bullseye there, though. All right,
almost.
Pretty
so
intense, eh?
please step to the podium in
Yes,
first
there we
place.
go.
We've got Graham. Up next with silver
Oh,
is
stop,
Carl
no, stop,
Wasey.
Come on.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you
Zero
so much.
cups.
Yeah.
In
you.
third place with bronze, we've got Lorenzo
you.
Diary.
Thank you so much. Come on.
Thank you.
Well
Yeah,
done,
wow,
guys.
okay.
Fantastic. 10-5 and 3 points. The leaderboard is officially here.
It's the best
Let's see
game
how this
ever.
Olympics unfolds. But don't
Come on,
forget, you can
fans.
catch all the Paris Olympic action on SABC Sport. Now, the Paris Olympic Games will air from the 26th of July all the way through to the 11th of August on all 4 SABC TV channels and 19 SABC radio stations. And you can also, of course, follow www.sabcsports.co.za and SABC Plus for all the action. And so much action it was, right?
Absolutely
Very exciting.
amazing, man.
I don't think I'm going to go next, but we still have so much to come your way on your Feel Good Breakfast show. I think if I try to do this right now, I might take all of you out.
I have a feeling you could do this, and I have a feeling you would be really, really good at it. I think she's a hustler. But we will continue to have a whole lot of fun this morning. So if you want to be a part of the Olympics and track who is top of the leaderboard right now, head over to our socials. We're going to have a whole lot of fun with this one. We'll see you in just a moment.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Yes, the energy might give it away. We're having a lot of fun today. We have been inspired by the Olympics to get up and move ourselves.
Yep.
Well done.
Thank you.
On our first
Thank
challenge.
you.
But of course,
It was
we
great.
want to inspire you to get out there and move your body in the World Series of Fitness Racing. Yes,
happening.
fitness racing. It is coming together, and it is coming to Africa for the first time.
You know that High Rocks is here, and it is an adrenaline-fueled event that combines functional fitness and endurance in one of the world's iconic cities, Cape Town, September 21st. Don't miss it. It's a fitness competition that combines a lot of running and a lot of functions. Like there's 8 movements. There's running between each of these workout stations. Well, if you see on your screen at the moment, these individuals are going into it, and there are a bunch of different disciplines that are going to challenge. It's going to challenge your body in different ways. That's a ski erg over there. That thing it's a different. I tried it recently, and I'm not sure if I'm going back, but I kind of have to because I did sign up for this. So it's held
don't
at the
have a choice.
CTICC. It offers a unique stadium-like atmosphere of pure fitness and strength. And when you talk about fitness and strength, we invited the right person to our couch.
Cameron Cleaver is here, and he is very ably representing. He says he's been sick for about 8 weeks now, so I'm wondering what shape you were in before that journey. So good to have you here on our couch. This feels big. This feels like an opportunity for fitness enthusiasts in the most enthusiastically fit place on the planet. So for the uninitiated, High Rock seems quite dynamic, but at its heart, it's a simple principle. What is that? Take us into this world.
I think the nice thing is it's very basic movements, very low barriers to entry, very easily accessible as
Love that.
opposed to certain other fitness sports. So breaking it down, it's a 1 kilometer run 8 times. In between each of those is a functional workout station. So you start with the ski erg, then you go into sled push, onto the
Okay.
sled pull,
Oh.
then you go into burpee broad jumps.
Oh, come on.
Love
Then
it.
onto the rower, sandbag lunges, I'm
Farmer's
gonna
carry.
forget. Farmer's carry, there we go, Carl. And then wall balls to finish. So roughly, most of the race is about an hour and a half, but you've got a 98% completion time.
That one.
Yeah, so anyone can do it. There's different categories for it. There's open division, there's pro division where the weight's a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
And then there's individual, there's doubles, and there's relays.
Yeah, and a lot of sweat and tears. And do you know how my body is aching just watching that? Is this the most intense form of fitness out there? Because it kind of feels like, okay, how can we make this the most challenging thing possible? And it's still accessible. How do you get that balance right?
I think what they did, they went back to the basics. It started in 2017 in Germany, and it's basic human movements, really. They've just added some weights to it, so there's nothing technical. So anyone can start now. Carl's recently started doing it, but you have been getting fit. And yeah, it's just fantastic. I mean, some of the ladies in our gym are in their late 60s, and they're absolutely killing it. So everyone's just progressing all the time. So the big thing with it's great community, and it's you versus you.
Community, I love that. And having the addition of the weights, absolutely so good, especially as you progress into my age group.
So for anybody in terms of, fitness disciplines, there's a variety of them all out there. And to kind of transfer over to High Rocks if they want to sign up, because the event is actually quite a big draw as well.
Yeah.
It's not just the 21st September, come through and do it and then, sweat yourself to death and then go lay at home. It's not like that. There's actually an atmosphere. It's a community getting together. There's people from different, gyms from across the Western Cape and beyond coming to High Rocks, South Africa. So for someone that's just taking a run in the promenade in Sea Point, or doing a little bit of work, how much is it going to take for them to open up a little High Rocks course for themselves to kind of jump into the sport and actually participate as well?
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a lot of information out there. I've recently written some articles for Runners magazines where we're trying to get the runners to come across. I do believe the biggest crossovers could be runners wanting to try High Rocks and add some functional fitness to it, which will aid their running anyway.
Yeah.
And then second to that, I think there's a lot of CrossFitters coming across. So kind of where I sit from a functional background, we're probably the minority. But coming to the Cape Town event, I think it's about 50% internationals at the moment. And they announced yesterday it's 90% sold out for phase 1 ticket sales. So for me personally, I'd love to see the event move from a 1-day to a 2-day event. It's 2 to 3 days internationally. I mean, the London event, there's 14,000 athletes at one event.
How do we train for this? What makes you good at this event? You want to open up now the invitation. I want to see some super athletes come and play this game. Who do you think is going to get found out in this space? Because I think a lot of guys will come into this thinking, it's just gym and a bit of running, I'll smash this. And who would be really good? How do you kind of apply your focus?
Well, I think everyone's got their favorites. I mean, I'm very comfortable in the gym, but fear the running a little bit, whereas the runners are going to fear the functional side. I think where people are going to get found out, it's a fast race. So think of a half marathon, it's quick, it's not a slow race. But also you're running on compromised legs. I mean, imagine pushing a 202-kilo sled.
Yeah, the show's made us do crazy stuff like that all the time.
Well, you can help me out just now.
Failure.
But yeah, the nice thing, it is accessible. You go at your pace. I think pacing yourself is incredibly important in the race. If you look at the split times, the difference between the elite athletes and the rest of the athletes is purely the split times on the 1 kilometer runs. It just gets slower and slower as the elite athletes are pretty consistent throughout.
Ooh, I love that. You've given us focus areas already, but congratulations clearly on the success of what sounds like the most awesome, partly functional, partly just crazy kind of competitive space. I love it.
It's a lot of fun.
It looks like it. No, it looks terrible.
It is a lot of fun.
Looks exhausting and hectic, but I love it.
I think what the great thing is that you said community, you said that it's a big draw as well, but I think testing yourself on this level where you have so much function and cardio, I think that's where you get the best of yourself. So that's why I'm excited for 21 September. I think it's going to be an incredible event. I think it's going to grow. And it's going to, I feel like the marathon format, as we see the London Marathon and Boston, etc., I think High Rocks is going to become like that. It's
part of
growing.
that ecosystem, So
this is going to be cool. But all the best to your training. I know that you've been sick recently, but you don't look it. And we're looking forward to our session with Carissa later. It's going to be great.
Amazing.
Love it.
I'm going to cheer so loudly.
Oh, you better.
It's definitely the cheering that's going to get me through this. But before we get into that, let's head over here. Make everyday payday when you play Daily Lotto for an estimated 520,000 Rand jackpot this Monday. That's today. It's the start of the new week, and you could actually win big. Now, luckily, there are many ways to buy your tickets, including in-store, or you can head over to the nationallottery.co.za website, or even on the mobile app. Now, you can also purchase a ticket through cell phone banking, or simply by dialing *120 *7529# for all USSD. Now, as you're scrolling today, do know that these details are available for you on our Expresso social media pages, so go and check them out. And will the 520,000 Rand estimated Daily Lotto jackpot be yours today? There is only one way to find out. You gotta play. Oh, we've got so much coming your way. Gosh, I'm going to be put through the ringers with a High Rock Sport. I'm very excited, actually, to get into it, mostly because Carl and Graham are going to cheer me on. And let's see if I can cross the line when it comes to that. We also have a delicious red kidney bean chili and ginger recipe coming your way. It's going to warm us up from the inside out. So don't go anywhere. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Cleaver's here. He's super fit, and we want him to try this game. So far, 23 points. Graham's in the lead. Can somebody who is this fit translate that into darts? Welcome to High Darts, which is a High Rocks fitness workout that they're going to add this week. Okay, fantastic. Cameron, go for it. You got 3 darts. Get the scores there. Okay, he's got a 2 to start off with. That's sounding good. Then a 6. That's 8 there. And then we're going to finish off with another 5. That's beautiful. 13 points, though. We're going to do another round of these, but stick around. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we're channeling all the feel goods on this Monday morning because High Rocks SA athlete Cameron Cleaver is still with us in studio, and he's about to show us some of the routines that make this one of the best sporting competitions in the world. And when I say show us, you all...
Yes! Yes!
They can put it back down.
How heavy is that? How many kgs?
It's 32 kilos. So these are the men's pro weights.
Okay.
So basically for farmers carry, so you pick them up.
Yeah.
And we're going to run 200 meters with them.
You've got to run with these in your hand?
Yeah.
Oh, my good... Can you?
Not right now, it's
Not
too
right
early.
now. That is crazy. Okay.
And then this is for the sandbag lunges. So men's pro weights, we're working with 30 kilos. This is 20. So basically going to pop it on your shoulders. Are you going to try?
Let me see you do it first.
Okay. So basically, it's up on the shoulders.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
for 100 meters, we've got a lunge. Need to
You've got
ground.
to lunge for 100 meters.
Need to ground.
Okay, okay.
Do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay. Let me pop it up behind you.
Oh, you're going to do it. And then how do I hold it?
You hold straight through the middle there, on
Okay.
your shoulders.
Oh, that's fine.
There we go.
Do I have to move?
Yeah, 100 meters.
Okay. Okay. That's not bad. I think I could do this. Okay, cool. So we got the lunges,
Okay.
got the runs, and the ball is for?
For wall balls.
Okay.
So basically,
Cameron, how do we do these?
just away from the wall, dropping down,
Yeah?
up,
Okay, that seems like I could do that. How heavy is this?
10 kilos,
10 kilos.
100 of them.
100 of them. So I have to throw it up and hit the wall.
Yeah, but a deep squat. Okay, but those are the men's weights, so you'll be fine. Okay.
Oh my God, where are the women? the women weights. Thank you so much. You should have come with a tissue too, because the tears are starting.
Okay,
All right,
next
all
what
right.
we're going to do is burpee broad jumps.
Okay.
So we'll go down into burpee position. Flat. Come on. Up to your feet. Yes! And then again.
Again.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And then the jump.
I think I added something in there.
So
I was supposed to move forward. Okay.
So that's pretty much 4 of the stations.
Yes.
Then we've got the rower, the ski erg, sled pull, sled push.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna come join us for a session.
Oh, that was it? This is our session done?
Done.
I think so. Do you have like a beginner, intermediate, and advanced, or is it full on every time?
No, so there is open divisions. The weights are a bit lighter. Male and female weights then vary as well.
Yes.
I didn't realize you were gonna do it with me. I would have bought something lighter.
Well, Lucian did bring at least the 3 kilos. I could probably handle that.
So the ladies' wall balls are a bit lighter
Yeah.
than the men's open, and the ladies' pro use 6 kilos, the men use 10 kilos.
Okay.
So it's
well,
varying
let's try
weights.
to do something. I don't know how, but let's put me to work somehow.
Okay, so we'll just do a farmer's carry. It's there and
Okay.
back.
What's
Yeah,
that?
we don't have
just
to
going?
run.
Okay.
Just lock it in, turn around. So that would do for 200 meters.
200 meters.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the best way to go about doing this? Because you put it on my shoulders. I didn't do it myself.
Okay, so you'd flip it up, at the back,
Okay.
elbows up and locked. The big thing is just getting your step. A knee has to touch the ground.
Okay. Whew.
That's pretty much it.
Cameron, goodness.
try it
okay.
again.
Yeah. Okay, so you take it.
You flip it over.
I'm gonna injure something. Okay,
Okay, you're gonna try it again.
yes. I don't hear the cheering. Yes, I can.
Okay, let me grab it.
Perfect. Okay. My goodness. And then the ball on the wall, of course. Cameron, this is so intense.
Thank you.
They're making me try this again. All right, director. All right, Lena, this is for you. Okay, I'm gonna lift it up.
Okay, deep squat.
Deep squat. Deep squat.
Okay, you just easiest way to do it. Let's just keep your hands up.
Okay.
So wrist up like this, under the ball.
Oh, okay, I'm trying to throw it like over my shoulder.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, this is it. Yes, come on. You can do this.
Super.
Please remind us of the dates of High Rocks happening in September.
It's 21st of September at the CTRCC.
Amazing.
I think Carl is racing, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, I can't wait to see that.
Maybe.
Tickets are?
Tickets are available. They vary depending whether it's individuals, doubles, or relays. I think it's 1,300 Rand for individual, and that breaks down for the rest.
Of course, that sounds amazing, Cameron. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Listen, I say this all the time. If I can do it, or at least attempt to do it, try something new today, and maybe High Rocks could be your next best thing. From here, we head into the kitchen. What's going on, gents?
I was going to say warm up your kitchen, warm up your life with that workout. Can we get another round of applause for our girl, Carissa? That was insane, insane. Thank you for taking one for the team. All right, so now let's try warm up the kitchen with a hearty, delicious, and very affordable meal. We are making a red kidney bean, chili, and ginger curry. Perfect for your immune system at this type of the year, and we're going to have ourselves a little bit of fun with this. Mr. Wasty, you've got very little to do, so I'm going to ask you to be the
No, I'm going to watch you and I'm going to commentate. No, I'd like to commentate on this. This is great.
We love these kind of hearty, healthy,
Yes.
budget-friendly meals because you get to that point of the year, point of the month.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know where we're at right now, where this really does make a big difference. yeah?
We're at the debit orders getting, removing from your account, that's the thing. But what I love about this is the fact that when you say affordable, it's so true. You know, these red kidney beans, I think they're so underrated in your pantry because they've got protein, they've got fiber, they've got a bit of carb in there. So it's almost like everything that you require if you're going to do a balanced diet, but it's in a
That's
bean.
right there, and in a very affordable package
That's
as well. And if
correct.
you think about the sweet potato that we're introducing, great, but we need the flavors to sing. If we say curry,
There we
it's
go.
got to have that curry flavor profile. Lots of veg, lots of nutrients. As we
Yes.
said, a great immune booster. So I've put my celery in there. I've had my red onion sauteing for a while, turning nice and translucent. And then
Great.
we're going to start adding the heady spices and the fragrance. We've got a lot of ginger, and I love ginger in a curry. If you're not
Ginger.
wanting to kind of overload the chili,
Yeah.
you want to bring up the heat, just make it warm and feel like a curry without blowing someone's top off. The ginger is a key component. Then we got our garlic going in there as well,
Yeah,
finely
really,
chopped.
we feel it's even feeling a little Asian when you got the ginger and you got the garlic as well, which is great.
sure.
And then, of course, you've got. I'm assuming you're going to mustard seeds next.
We're going to
which
put
I
some mustard
love.
seeds,
I love
and
those so much.
I feel like a 3-year-old when I do this because I'm just waiting for the little pops and things. But I don't know if you can have a little squiz in there. Look at that. Look at those
And that's
beautiful
a flavour
colours.
bomb.
I was just hoping that all the mustard seeds would just explode out to camera in that moment, but. Dory, it's a safe meal to make. So we got the mustard seeds.
Next.
And you want that to kind of, the flavour to be absorbed into the oil. Then we've got our ground coriander, which is my preferred choice of coriander, or mode,
Okay.
if you will, because it just doesn't taste like coriander when you have it
Oh,
like this.
doesn't it taste like the normal?
Yeah, I'm
coriander
not even going to
taste of
say
this?
what I normally say
Don't do
after
it.
eating coriander because we want to keep people
Yes.
appetized and enjoying. And then, of course, some green chili, which I've heard, and please, I'm not a nutritionist or specialist, but I've heard that this is much better for your gut and a bit healthier than the red chili. I prefer red chili from a flavor profile.
Yeah, definitely.
The green, better for you.
I
so
think
we
because
go with that.
the green, the capsaicin in it is a bit less than the other chili variants, which means it's not going to burn out the stomach, but then it's also got all of the
The good
green,
properties,
you know?
yeah.
Like green speaks to chlorophyll, and that's why that sort of balance, that base instead of acid is actually cool. So you get to balance
get
it
a-
out there.
get a whiff of
I'm
that,
smelling it. You're doing so well. And I know you've got tomatoes to go, and then, of course, we're going to break down this sweet potato
Beautiful
into...
sweet potato, yeah. So we haven't got a huge amount, so it doesn't require a massive cooking time.
is good, though.
So I'm going to use about half of our water here.
All right.
Which was about 1 cup, and then we're going to kind of saute our veggies in. This we would kind of let reduce for a little bit longer, let those flavors. You know what it is? What I've figured
What's
out
that?
with a curry, and this I've kind of picked this up from a lot of our chefs. You want the flavor in the oil. You want to roast off. Why we kind of cook those spices first is to get the flavor into the oil,
Yeah.
which then transfers that flavor everywhere. So don't be shy of cooking those flavors into the oil. We are, however, speeding things up a little bit.
Okay, great.
We've
Let's
got our
go.
finely diced tomato going in there as well. Would you know what a tomato-based curry would be called?
Oh, a tomato-based one. I think that there are a bunch of different ones out there that you could have, but I think it's entirely up to you. I mean, but I love tomato-based curries. For me, I like the fact that there's this natural sweetness as opposed to you adding sweetness to something that's a bit more like the bitter curries that go in, you know, when you toast those flavors out.
Yeah.
But I love tomato as a balancer for many of my curries that I make. So that's...
No, for sure. It's a very South African thing. We understand it.
Yep.
We know how to cook with it. Then, of course, the stars of the show, our kidney beans, as Carl very rightly pointed out, they pack a nutritious punch.
do.
They've also got a great mouthfeel when you have them in a curry. I think they serve the kind of mode really well in that sense. I don't know if mouthfeel is a word. It doesn't sound very romantic, but it really does make a difference. And then, of course, I'm going to add the rest of our water here and then pop in the sweet potato
And
then cook it through. Let it
cook it down.
shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Absolutely beautiful. And then the sweet potato goes in, and then you
Great.
can let it cook and let your house fill with amazing aromas.
That's as simple as that. It's affordable and it's delicious. If you want to get the recipe, go to expressoshow.com. There it is up there for you. Try it. Show us a picture once you've made it, and we'll be right back in the next couple of minutes at your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, so beautiful.
Only you can make my day.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's so good to still have you here. We've wrapped up 1 hour, 2 more in your company. And you still have to choose my lipstick color. I'm rocking the clear glass. What are we going for today when it comes to your word of affirmation? Unapologetic, powerful, confident, or compassionate? It really is up to you if you're going red or brown. For now, though, let's get into duties. Official duties do commence. We've got Carl on news. What's going on?
Well, here it is. It's not nationally. President Cyril Ramaphosa has signed into law a change to the Companies Act that promotes the ease of doing business to attract investors and force businesses to disclose the gap in the earnings between the highest and lowest paid persons in companies. The Act will also extend the time periods within which a court may declare a director delinquent. The Acts are seen as an important tool to empower workers to fight for more equitable wage structures. It will also compel businesses to disclose the persons owning them. Now, on to other news. Home Affairs Minister Dr. Leon Schreiber has welcomed the arrest of 95 Libyan nationals allegedly receiving training at an illegal military camp in White River in Mpumalanga. They reportedly entered South Africa with visas obtained through misrepresentation in Tunisia. The department has already cancelled these irregularly acquired visas, and National SAPS Commissioner General Fani Masimola assured the nation that the SAPS will leave no stone unturned in investigating the alleged suspicious activities taking place at the farm in White River. Now, on to international news. Israel has conducted airstrikes against Hezbollah targets in Lebanon after a rocket strike killed 12 children and young adults in Majd al-Shams, Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. The Israeli Defense Forces blamed the Iran-backed group for Saturday's attack, though Hezbollah denies involvement. This incident, the deadliest since early October, escalates tensions between Israel and Hezbollah, which had already intensified following Hamas's recent assault on Israel. The Israeli targeted 7 Hezbollah sites, but it's unclear if there were casualties. The violence has raised fears of a broader conflict. Now, 12 Libyan officials received prison sentences ranging from 9 to 27 years for their roles in dam collapses that killed over 4,000 people in Derna last September. Responsible for managing water resources and maintaining the dams, they were charged with negligence, premeditated murder, and wasting public money. 3 defendants were also ordered to repay illicitly obtained money. An international report in January attributed the dam failures partly to poor maintenance and governance amid Libya's conflict. And entertainment news this morning is that Robert Downey Jr., RDJ, is returning to the Marvel superhero world after 5 years, but not as Iron Man. Instead, he'll portray the villain Dr. Victor Von Doom in the upcoming Avengers Doomsday, set for release in May 2026, and of course in Secret Wars the following year. At the Comic-Con event in San Diego, Downey Jr. surprised fans by appearing on stage in Dr. Doom's iconic mask and cloak before revealing his identity. He expressed excitement about playing complex characters. The 59-year-old actor who starred in the first Marvel film, Iron Man, in 2008, recently won an Oscar for his role in Oppenheimer. And Marvel plans to release more films in 2025 before the Avengers return. He goes from I Love You 3000 to I Hate You 3000 in a villainous role. Look at that. That's it for news now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take a look at the sport. Here's G.
Well, there really is only one jumping off point on this Monday morning. Let's start with the Blitzboks. They clinched an incredible bronze medal at the Paris Olympics with a thrilling and rather nervy 26-19 victory over Australia in that third-place playoff on Saturday evening. So our boys were trailing 7-5 at halftime, then surged ahead in that second half with 2 quick tries by Zane Davids, both converted by Tristan Lates. And despite a late Australian comeback, a decisive try after the buzzer gifted to Sean Williams, let's say, followed by a brilliant run by Selvin Davids, who did the gifting, secured the bronze medal in Paris. And we can see what this meant for Philip Snyman and his team. Shaky shakes, I love you, guy. Now let's stay at the Olympics. Leon Marchand has claimed France's first Olympic swimming gold medal since 2012 with a dominant performance in front of his home crowd in the 400-meter individual medley in Paris. So the 22-year-old set a new Olympic record along the way with a time of 4 minutes, 0.02.95, finishing nearly 6 seconds ahead of Japan's Tomoyuki Matsushita, with American Cameron Foster taking the bronze medal. So Marchand's victory comes after he shattered Michael Phelps's world record last year. The sign word there, solidifying his status as a heavy favourite in the event, obviously. Now, this one has some special emotion attached to it and a lot of history. As we stay at the Olympics, Rafa Nadal and Novak Djokovic, two of tennis's greatest rivals and greatest ever players, are set to clash once again in the second round of the Olympics at Roland Garros. So this marks their 60th encounter, with their rivalry now spanning Grand Slams, Masters, Davis Cups, pretty much every platform. And their first meeting, in fact, occurred at this very venue in 2006, when Nadal, then 20 years old, was the defending champion with one of his 14 Roland Garros titles and 22 majors. Then Djokovic, now world number 2, was an emerging 19-year-old ranked only 63rd at the time. If only we could have seen what lay ahead. Well, today's highly anticipated full circle moment kicks off at 12 p.m. And then, of course, motorsport has shone this year, and Lewis Hamilton is still shining bright. Clinched victory yet again, in this one at a dramatic Belgian Grand Prix after his Mercedes teammate George Russell was disqualified for having an underweight car. So this marks Hamilton's second win of the season, following his triumph at his happy hunting ground Silverstone, and now the 105th win of his illustrious Formula One career. It also marks Mercedes' third win in the last 4 races, which is, of course, a significant turnaround after a challenging couple of years. McLaren's Oscar Piastri, he was promoted to second place on the grid and on the podium as a result, while Ferrari's Charles Leclerc moved up to third. The next race is the Dutch Grand Prix in the famed Zandvoort, and that's on the 25th of August, following their short summer break. That's where we leave our sporting headlines for now. You can see by the smile on my face and feel the excitement. Julia Stewart is here, and we're going to be getting into the world of the English Premier League like no one else can do it in just a moment. But right now, let's check on the traffic.
Thanks, G. Let's get you to work safely now in Pretoria, Gauteng. I'll start there for you. Delays are expected as a result of a multi-vehicle accident on the N1 northbound at Proefplaas interchange. One lane is closed, so please drive carefully and allow for some extra travel time if you can. And in Cape Town, in Heideveld, there is a stationary vehicle on the N2 inbound that is at airport approach. The right lane is closed as a result, and expect delays and do a plan accordingly as you head to work this morning. That's it for your traffic. Let's take a look at your weather. Now let's start with weather news. The South African Weather Service has issued an orange level 5 warning for damaging waves, resulting in damage to coastal infrastructure, with the risk of medium to large vessels dragging anchor and breaking mooring lines between Alexander Bay and Cannon Rocks. A yellow level 2 warning for damaging winds and waves, leading to difficulty in navigation at sea, are expected between Plettenberg Bay and Richards Bay. Furthermore, very cold conditions are expected in places over the interior of the Western Cape and Namakwa District interior over the Northern Cape until tomorrow. Forecaster Celeste Fourie says temperatures are expected to drop significantly in Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Limpopo, and that's from today, with chilly conditions predicted in these provinces as well. Now let's take a look at a sunrise view. I love sunrises in winter. It's beautiful. So Ramario from Limpopo sent us this, and look at that. You can tell it's cold, but you can tell it's a new day. So allow that picture to inspire you. If you can beat that, because it's always a competition, especially to me, 063-408-8863. Please show us that sunrise view. We'd love to feature you right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's take a look at your temperatures.
Oh, a chilly day across Mzansi, but listen, we definitely are heating things up in studio because we're continuing the Lipstick Day celebrations. And I asked you a very important question this morning to help me boost my confidence with a perfect lipstick shade and some personal affirmations for today's show. It is a Monday, so we want to get a kick started on the best note. Let's have a look at some of your comments before we get into the lipstick shade. Well, we've got Teresa getting in touch saying definitely option number 1. Okay, she's going for the unapologetic. She said it makes you look bold and beautiful. Thank you, Teresa. Let's see how that goes. We also had Kajelo saying unapologetic red, and it makes me feel like I'm the boss of a dangerous one, like nothing can stop me from doing whatever I want. I absolutely love that energy. So good for a Monday morning. And this one saying from Shireen, good morning, Carissa and the team. Happy Monday. I choose option 1 for you, the unapologetic red. And the color's just so vibrant and beautiful like you. Oh, stop it. Have a super day, team. Lots of love. Thank you, Shireen. Well, listen, unapologetic seems like that's the direction we're going. Let's see if Tabang agrees. Tabang says, good morning, number 1, hashtag Woolies X Lipstick Day. And that's exactly what we are going for. I'm kind of happy that we're going for this one. I mean, Surprise also says option 1 is the way to go. So 5 votes in, and I'm sure there are plenty more. We have to go through how you apply a red lip. Now, I want to give you some tips along the way because red is bold and it is unapologetic. And I would say let's start with lining and defining, okay? Because red is a bold color, you don't want to color outside of the lines. All right. You can even overline your lips a bit to give it a plump. And once we've got that done, what you want to do is grab your lipstick, and we are going for the Parisian Red Luxe Lipstick by Bobbi Brown, and we're going straight in. Ah, look at that shade. That is gorgeous. It's a bit of a cooler red, so it's definitely going to stand out a lot. And here's a really great tip. What's really nice is that you take a piece of tissue and you blot it so that you can reapply it and it will last all day. Give the tissue a kiss. Go in with a little bit more. It is looking bold, unapologetic, and beautiful. And then we go in with a little bit of powder, and this will definitely set it for the day. How does she look? Bold, beautiful, and gorgeous. Today and today only, do know that we are celebrating Lipstick Day with Woolworths, and W Rewards members get 20% off W Beauty lipsticks, while all customers get 20% off selected branded lipsticks in store, online, and of course on the app. Plus, buy 1 Bobbi Brown lipstick and get a lip product free when shopping in store. And this one right here is the one you need to add to your list. T's and C's, of course, apply.
All right, so I did warn you a little bit earlier that there probably would be an emotional response this morning. I think it's going to, on my sliding scale of Springbok emotions, okay? We're sitting at about a Cheslin Colby, okay, which means I'm going to struggle to make eye contact without tearing up. Okay, that's where we're at. Julia's starting already. Julia Stewart is here. She is just dominating her field at the moment as she gently takes a sip of her coffee.
I only came for the coffee. Yeah, I was only
You are allowed.
They said there'd be good coffee.
She is presenting Premier League football. She is on the pinnacle, the tip of the spear of what I think so many sports broadcasters want to achieve, and she has done it just so well. There, it's coming. It's coming. We're going to get into this incredible person's journey in just a moment. She really is breaking down walls, smashing through ceilings. We are so proud of you, girl.
This guy's going to cry. Okay, before he cries, we have 30 years of democracy to celebrate, and we have an incredible group that's going to sing us into that particular celebration while Graham cries. So please stick around.
Only you can make my day. Know these you want to roll around the world. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome to Premier League Live. Excuse me, sorry. Apologies, it's your feel-good breakfast show. Yeah, just it came out of me. It's a trigger. I don't know.
I did ask before, will anything get her fired if we say it on air? And she said, no.
Yes,
It's
definitely.
okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
okay.
Okay, then in that case, this morning we have the pleasure of welcoming the one and only Julia Stewart in studio. Julia is currently working with the Premier League production and Sky Sports News in London. With an impressive career spanning major global events, she anchors Matchday Live and hosts popular shows like Team Talks. Julia Stewart is here on our couch. Graham, back to you in studio.
Can we get a round of applause, please? and you can apportion the applause wherever you like, okay? We'll give you 30%, we'll give you 70%.
I want 10, that's it,
10%,
okay?
that's all it
I'm
takes.
very impressed with the accent.
Because I watch you so often. Sorry,
So
man.
let me tell you that South African people, and often people from my mother's city, say things like, your accent has really changed. Because I think they want me to go on TV and be like, yo, today Liverpool is playing.
Can you do it once for us?
No, I just
once,
did, and that
please.
was it.
That's it.
That's
done.
it. That's it. I've never spoken. I mean, we have our TV voices.
Yeah.
But it's been the same one throughout. It's just that people are seeing you in a different stage, so they think whatever accent Carl was doing right now, I think that was London. Maybe?
And also people think
of everybody.
Great.
an
the
amalgamation, because you head up north, it changes dramatically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That being said, how did you find it when you arrived? Were there any of the accents, the dialects, the mode that you struggled with?
Yeah, I can't. Wayne Rooney. The Merseyside Scouse one is very difficult. Sometimes Shay Given. Yeah, sometimes it's tough.
And it just makes it cute, man. It makes it all the better. And I love the fact that you've got that kind of banter.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say it again for like the 100th time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
From the bottom of our heart, because we know on our side of the broadcasting kind of window
we would know.
what that took.
Yeah.
What did it take, Julia?
So-
what was the thing?
So I left very quietly. I did the Women's World Cup final, went home and typed my resignation. And then a couple of days later left because there was potentially an opportunity. I had a couple of meetings and discussions.
Yeah.
There was another opportunity elsewhere in Europe, but I knew there was another level with my name on it.
Yeah.
It felt like that. And so I just took a chance and then kind of just dropped a bomb on my social media and was like, right, I've signed with Premier League Productions.
Boom.
And I will be doing a show tomorrow night. So yeah, it was risky, but if you don't bet, then you won't. You don't play your hand, you won't win. And it has been so. The transition has been so incredible. I've had a year that is literally beyond my wildest dreams. To be on Sky Sports News now as well, to be hosting there is within kind of 6 months of moving. A, I have a really good agent, but B, that was amazing.
Yeah, but that's top tier. That's the highest tier.
And I'm not doing anything different to what I was doing here in South Africa, which just tells me we obviously have the skill set and the ability. It's just about backing yourself, taking a risk, a very big risk, and just going for, what you think you could.
Yeah, but the risk must match the reward, girl.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
and I think it has. It's been incredible. There are so many moments where I think, is this really happening to me? Is this real? Wow.
You doing this is so important for South Africans who are in any space, because I think we have this thing about South Africa where we have to stay.
We're the poor cousin.
In our boundaries of South Africa, and everything is international. Even the way we listen to music, we're like, ooh, this sounds like an international song.
Yeah.
No, it's Tyler.
Yeah.
She's ours. So I'm just saying that you doing this is important to get rid of the imposter syndrome that we often have. And I want to know, how did you get over some of that? When you got the email that said, hey, Julia, come on over, I'm sure there was a thought in your head saying, like, oh my word, am I actually good enough? How do I get myself to say, I am good enough?
Yeah, I have that regularly on
Every day.
a regular basis, yeah. But I think we don't back ourselves enough, and there are people, I see this all the time, especially in our industry, you would know, there are people who don't really know what you know, and they don't necessarily have the experience you have, or they don't necessarily work as hard as you do.
Yeah.
But they just aren't scared, and they just go for it. And those people do more than someone like me, who would be an overthinker, who wants to first wait until I'm perfect and then go and try. And I think you need, it's ringing a bell.
Well, the thing is,
Am I hitting a nerve? I think
Hitting a
this-
nerve so
when you
hard.
think you're ready, you'll get found out that today.
No,
That's just the
you
way
have
that
to-
it works.
You have to go in and do it and be ready. You'll find your way. And the truth is, nothing's permanent. If you flop, you just go and you try again. And I'd worked so hard and I'd done it for so long that I just thought, I'm so tired of playing small with my talents. Not to say that being at home is playing small with your talents. I just knew that I'd done World Cups and AFCONs and Women's World Cups and Euros, and I wanted to go into a little bit of a bigger stage because that's what it is. It's the best league in the world.
It's the biggest stage. It's the beautiful game. It's the best players. It literally ticks every box, and I understand just coming very close to that ecosystem. Very fortunately here, I get it, and I understand. And you've got to represent the class of the player when you step up there as that. Very important question. Are you an Arsenal fan?
Here's the reply to that.
You were in that dressing room, girl.
Here's the reply to that. People always ask me, I go to the Emirates. I go when it's my day off. But when I'm on TV, the Premier League pays me to talk. Arsenal don't pay me to talk.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, I wouldn't take a job there either. So when I'm at work, I'm at work. And I think there's a big difference. I think people don't understand when you step over the threshold and you're doing your job. You are neutral. You are. I will smile at Pochettino as much as I will smile at Postecoglou. It doesn't really matter. That's work. And I think a lot of people can't separate being a fan and being professional.
Second question: will Spurs ever win the Premier League?
Why would you go to this guy? Sorry.
Just look at me in the eye.
Answer honestly. Answer him honestly.
Look at me in the eye when you lie to me, please. Just tell me that.
Are you a Spurs fan?
Well, look, I'll tell you one thing, Julia.
You're
on my
a
day
Spurs
off,
fan?
okay, I go to the Spurs stadium. But when I'm working, I'm still a Spurs fan, just for my punishment, okay? We've all got to bear that cross.
You're a Spurs fan?
I know, you understand me
He's
now,
a Spurs
hey?
fan.
I understand the pain.
Now you get the broken
I get that,
heart and
So I'll tell you, I've done a North London derby.
Yes.
And been just sat there without emotion. And it's completely different to being in the stadium watching a game as a fan. You just switch off. And people can't understand that. But I don't think you can switch off because you want to cry already. This season hasn't even started. Are you okay?
No, but this is residual PTSD from every other season
okay
that I've watched.
Season?
It's just, do you know what it is, girl? I'll never be okay. And I condemn my best mate for dragging me into the Spurs fold. Can I say this? Because when we don't know what we don't know, and you pointed that out beautifully. Why I think it's so important that you are sitting on this couch is because now other young women know. They know what can happen. If you could give one sentence, one piece of advice for that broadcaster.
It's not even women. I was born in Mitchell's Plain. There was no one on TV who looked like me, and now I'm on TV to look like the girls and boys from not only the Cape Flats, but South Africa. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. All I've done is be dedicated to my craft. All I've done is put everything in me and left it out there every time you perform. Because same like players, we're only as good as our last game, right? So that's all I'm doing. I'm still learning. I'm still going to improve. I do have those moments of being on that stage and thinking, ooh, I'm hosting the opening game, Manchester United versus Fulham.
Come on.
And I'm thinking, am I ready? Of course you are, because you've done the work. And just because I'm the first one who's there doesn't mean I've got to be the only one who's there. The breadcrumbs are there, the blueprint is there.
Open the door. You've
Absolutely.
opened. No, it's not a door.
I've
it's
knocked
a ceiling.
it down.
Yeah, girl,
Yeah,
it's a
got him
ceiling
busting
that you
him.
shot with a drone. We are so proud of you because we do
I
get it.
appreciate that.
We
Thank
really
you.
do get it. So take a moment to take that from us
Thank
because you
you.
are just so special.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
Now the accent, please just drop the accent once on the
No.
first day of the season.
No,
Come on.
not at all, yeah. Manchester, no. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
I don't know about you, but I'm drawing so much inspiration from Julia right now, from one woman to another. Keep on soaring and inspiring us. Well, we head straight into your Good Morning Post right now. And we got to ask you, sticking to the theme of sport, delusional or not, all right? What's one sport you always thought with the right amount of time, money, and perhaps a bit of effort, you could have actually just gone pro? We've asked you to share your thoughts with us on social media and via voice notes. And we have Mark Gavin weighing in first, saying, good morning. Definitely cycling. That's an interesting one. Completed 28 Cape Argus cycle tours, 2 hours, 42 minutes back in 1991. Finished last leg from Worcester to Cape Town report tour. Sponsored money was the issue. Mark, I can see you doing this again and again and hit that, look at you, hit that 30th mark, 28 in the bag. What is stopping you? I hope that you will continue going. What an inspiration. Isn't that also considered pro? I would say that's considered almost pro. We also have Mohabo Frida saying, Dumelang. For me, it will be karate. Okay, karate. I love that. Ntuli saying good morning, Expresso show. 800-meter hurdles and 200 meters as well. I love the specificity of it all. Leanne Pina weighing in saying long distance runner. I love that we've got cyclists, karate, running, jumpers. Come on, what else do we have? Shireen David saying netball for me. I love that. I wonder which position, Shireen, that you would definitely take sit in. And we also have Shifting Mindset saying happy people. How are you guys doing? Definitely netball for me. I think you guys could form a team together, and I'll try to be there. I'll be the reserve, all right? Maybe even like a goal attack, goal defense. Oh, we've got lots coming your way. Continue sending those messages through, though, on your Feel Good Breakfast show. UWC Choir is still going to perform for us, celebrating 30 years of democracy in the best way that we know how. And they're also going to be performing a John Legend hit. I can't wait to hear more, and I know that you do too, so stick around to find out.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. It is, of course, Expresso on S3. Thank you so much for being in our midst. We're going to get into some really exciting chat. We've covered sport, but how about some arts and culture? Now, when it comes to music, I definitely know that these guys know what is up. And thank you so much for joining me on the couch. We have incredible people. Simone Haradine, thank you so much for being here, who's the communications manager from the Artscape Theatre, also choir conductor for the University of the Western Cape. Welcome, Sipo. And then, of course, we've got SAYC full representative, that of course is the choir conductor of South African Youth Choir. Can we give them a feel good welcome? Simone, thank you for being here, and also just looking so fabulous. You've been here before. We met earlier and you said, Carissa, actually you're the new one. I am used to this face. How are you doing?
I'm absolutely fabulous today. Thank you very much. How are you?
Glad. No, I'm doing so well, thank you, and very excited to get into this conversation all around what you're doing with Voices in Unison. Can you talk to me more about that?
Yes, absolutely. Voices in Unison is actually the launch of our Women's Humanity Festival.
Beautiful.
And it's the 17th edition. That was the brainchild of our CEO, Marlene Leroux. And I mean, they're going to talk about the choirs later, and we're going to see them on television later. But just a bit about the festival itself. It is under the theme Step Up for Change. So we have the pledge at Artscape, speaking out against gender-based violence. We invite everyone from now right up till the 16 days of activism in the end of November to come into Artscape to come and sign our pledge, Step Up for Change. And we're also honouring, as our festival icon of the Women's Festival that runs throughout the month of August, the late iconic veteran struggle, Blanche Luguma, the wife of Alex Luguma, but she herself was a struggle veteran in her own rights, that also organised a march for 3,000 nurses against the Nursing Act during the heydays of apartheid. But we've got amazing other programs on the cards as well. It's a festival for all. It's not just for women, for men, the LGBTI+ community, because Artscape is a home for all and inclusive of everybody. So amazing programs. There is the Voices in Unison that we're going to see. There's Battered Housewife Clubs, a comedic look at gender-based violence. There's the AbFab Drag Show with the amazing drag queens. There's the Legends Diva Concerts with the amazing divas such as Celeste Matthews, that's on a bit later, Fancy Galada, Aviva Pelham, directed by Sophia Foster. So there's this amazing host of programs for this entire Women's Festival this month.
Oh my goodness. And yes, to celebrating women, but also shedding light on something that I think is such a huge epidemic in South Africa, or pandemic. It is something that we've definitely got to highlight, but also perhaps look at it through a different lens. So I love that you are doing that also. I mean, Sipho, can I come to you about nurturing the young voices of the UWC Youth Choir? Can you talk to me more about that journey and the involvement of it all coming together?
You know, it's incredible to work with the young people, more especially when they are very talented, very enthusiastic about music. And we are grateful to UWC for creating this opportunity for them, because they are being supported by the residential services, which is led by Mr. Mark Seal. I mean, they are so talented. I mean, you will hear them in a moment, and there's a young man who will be leading the John Legend piece they will be performing. So for me, it's actually a great opportunity, because I'm used to working with musicians who are trained or who are still in the process of training, but they don't have the background musically, but the talent they have is immense.
Yeah, and it's interesting how talent can actually take you so far. I mean, do you want to elaborate a little bit more about the impact this has on the communities in the mother city and beyond?
Because we are doing music, and music, I think it's the only thing that can unite us in the... Thank you. The music is the only thing that can unite us. I mean, as Simone was elaborating with the history in our country. So through music, we get to experience different cultures. Even in the choir, we have people who are from all the corners of the country. So therefore, we get a chance to taste their culture as well.
Absolutely.
Through music.
Yes, I love that. I mean, Phil, maybe I could throw this one to you. I hear you nodding away there in the corner. And I wonder how this also plays out for you, you know, being part of the choral music journey. How exactly do you feel about the impact and also the beautiful art of music and how that contributes to society?
No, it is both an exhilarating and humbling experience, I think, to be part of this special event. Music has the power to connect people, so this event is not only celebrating the rich diversity of choral music and the history of choral music in our country, but also celebrates an important milestone in our democracy.
Absolutely.
So it's truly an honor for us to be part of this experience.
Sure, 30 years in, can you imagine? And the young talent that is still going to unfold. And we, of course, are going to see so much of that today. I'm so incredibly excited to see this. We were hearing them throughout the ad breaks to see a little taste of what we have, of course, with 30 years of democracy and what that has for us. So perhaps you'll enjoy this. I think you will.
Make every day payday when you play Daily Lotto for an estimated 520,000 Rand jackpot. That's this Monday. When they say Monday, they mean today. So luckily, there are many ways to buy your tickets, including in-store on the nationallottery.co.za website. Or perhaps you want to use the mobile app. You can also purchase a ticket through cell phone banking or by dialing *120 *7529#. That is for USSD. All the details are on our Expresso social media pages, so go check them out. Will the 520,000 Rand estimated daily jackpot be yours? Well, you have to play now and you have to find out. Simple as that. As I said, I'm so excited for you to potentially win that. I could sing, but I'm not going to. These incredible talents are.
What's going on in that beautiful life? imperfections. Give your all to me. I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all. And you give me all of you. How many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down and around through every move. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. I can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me. I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. And you give me all of you. Give me all of you. Cards on the table, we both throwing hearts, risking it although it's hard. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me. I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me. And you give me all of you. I give you all of me. And you give me all of you.
Voices in unison, the incredible talents over here. Remember, please go and support them. We are celebrating 30 years of democracy with these incredible voices. And maybe that is a little catalyst for you, South Africa, to use your voice in spreading democracy. And of course, go get there and of course, celebrate on the 4th of August and support these talents. And all of me loves all of you. And all of me would like you to stay there in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've got still many, many things coming up, including more performances, plus entertainment news with Carissa a little bit later. We're going to be back in the kitchen. Of course, it's going to be great as well. And don't forget the International Film Festival coming up. So make sure you do stay there. It'll be legendary if you do so. And as I said, all of me would like you to stay. Please don't go. I want you to stay.
Are you a handy hero at home looking for your next project? This is your chance to get started by entering to win 10,000 Rand in cash each week from Plascon South Africa. Buy any Plascon product and post a pic of yourself with your product on social media with hashtag PlasconSA. Make sure you follow Plascon SA on Facebook and Instagram. Competition closes midday Friday, 9th August, so enter now. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's so good to have you. Listen, we're doing my favorite thing, and that's talking all things entertainment. It is time right now to delve into the world of entertainment news and catch up with our favorite celebrities. And on the couch today, we just told her she's got to stick around because I said, I'm such a fan of you. Please stay. Her name is Julia, and she's still here to, of course, talk through entertainment. Of course, Carl Wasey, you were supposed to come through with the theme song.
I'm a best supporting actor, actually. I don't even know why I'm here, because there's
Do you remember I was telling you about TV Voice, though?
Yes.
She just went like...
Did you see it?
Welcome
Right
to
into
the world
it.
of I'm here for it. Yeah, I love it.
Years of
I love
practice,
it. Yeah.
this. Well, let's get into the first news. We're going to start off with some local news, and we're talking all things Muvhango. Really love it on SABC2. Now, they took a bit of a break, and we wondered, are they ever going to come back 27 years later? They could never leave us hanging. And then they said no. But wait, there is more. The iconic soap opera came back and said, we are bringing back a fresher, newer look to Muvhango. And one of our favorites is, in fact, joining the cast. Her name is Leti Kumalo. And you might know her from Sarafina. And she's really just going to bring something special and different. I think she's going to be playing a former medical doctor turned successful businesswoman. I mean, look at her go.
They showed us the spiciest scene there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
A lot going on here.
There is a lot to do.
As soap operas are in South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, you're here for the drama, you're here for the career changes, you're here for the potential
But I like...
affairs. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to say that the best way.
Medical doctor turned businesswoman. Do we know what the business
and find out.
is? Muvhango 2.0.
Yeah.
We are here for it.
Very excited. 27 years. It's quite hard to keep that fresh, I feel.
Yeah.
But they're doing it.
We've seen a lot of these soapies come and go. And like some of the ones, I mean, since you went over, there have been some of the iconic ones being like cancelled, and it's... I don't go, please don't, I'm still
Did
not...
I just trigger something
Oh, is
within
that
you?
over?
It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Wrapped up, done.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but now that Muvhango is staying, so it's good to know that there are some of these soapies staying power as well, and I think it's great. It's a good sign for us as your Feel Good Breakfast Show as well.
So perhaps we'll have one more year, we'll see. Well, let's move on to another girl that's just shining brighter than the star. Her name is Tyler. She is the Grammy Award winner and just flying that South African flag so high. And she continues to do so because the Olympics happened and she decided to shut things down at the prelude to the games. She kicked off with a fabulous performance at a great party, and she was rubbing shoulders with like the big guns, right? That room was filled with sports and entertainment highlights, like LeBron James was there, Pharrell Williams was there, Charlize Theron.
Yeah, that's right, Theron.
She was out there as well. And Tyler even had a fan singing along with her on stage. It was so beautiful to see. Tyler's success
Tyler's
has been crazy.
great. Do you know, like, the equivalent,
Yeah.
like, to Tyler for me in terms of sport is Julia Stewart.
I was about to
It's
segue
not even-
right here.
It's not even the same thing.
Just
Tyler.
saying,
No.
like, make me sport,
Yeah.
make me watch her,
Dun, dun, dun.
make me lose my breath, make
Can I
me
leave?
Julia.
Can I leave? I can't believe I just had to listen to that. I'm sorry. Well done. That was really good for on the fly, but wow.
You're welcome. Sorry,
Wow.
man. Are you going to be okay?
I don't know.
You need your
That's
ears.
now your theme song going forward. But honestly, I do see that for you.
No, I think Tyler is just, it's out of this world. It's
Yeah.
that story where she doesn't even belong to us anymore. She's from us, but she doesn't even belong to us anymore.
gone.
She is just to perform at the LMVH pre-ceremony for the Olympics and be chilling with LeBron James and Pharrell Williams. That is unreal. You cannot
Unreal.
even imagine it.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you told Tyler 2 years ago that would be happening, she wouldn't have believed you, but she is representing in a big way. Now, that accent, it
here
ain't
to
going
stay.
anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
It
That's
ain't
it.
going- and I
That's
love
it.
that. I love that, yeah.
No, I definitely am here for just seeing the journey. A couple of years ago, probably also 2 years ago, I got to chat to her on radio, and she was saying to me, Carissa, I want to be Africa's next pop star. And I was like, oh, cool, man. Go for your dreams, girl. Hello? She absolutely embodies exactly that.
Yeah.
She is, I don't even want to say the next Rihanna because people are saying and drawing that comparison. I think she'll go far and beyond that, actually.
She's not even Africa's like next. She's from Africa, like I kept saying, but her star is honestly burning so incredibly bright on the biggest stages. I mean, she was at the Met.
She was.
Yeah.
Gala. Wow.
She was best dressed, in my opinion, anyway.
Wow.
Sands of the Hourglass, so are the days of our lives. She also recently graced the cover of V magazine, and during this interview, she opened up just about the music and fashion industry and how they've basically all been very passionate points for her, and she wanted to explore them fully, and just look at her go. I love the shoot so much. The big hair reminds me of like Diana Ross in the 70s, and just that body, like waist wear. She's stunning. Waist wear, what ways? There is no ways.
Yeah, but it's really cool. And I think it is a celebration, and we should just continue supporting our artists. And as Julia said earlier, you know, this is a really great way of South Africans knowing that you don't have to stay in a certain country like, oh, we're only South African, we'll get there someday. People are lucky to go overseas. When you work hard, right? Don't worry, work hard and people will notice. You don't have to be on those billboards just yet, but work hard now. Things are going to happen for you, I promise. And look at that.
I also feel like it's Africa's time at the moment.
It is indeed.
If you think about some of the biggest artists and some of the greatest music, Thames, Burna Boy, Tyler,
Ira
obviously
Star.
top right there, Ira Star.
Yeah.
There are Africans and South Africans doing so many great things. And yeah, hopefully it's just the start.
I think it is. Well, moving from celebratory news to perhaps some sad news, it definitely is with so much sadness that another South African artist has passed away. Musician Maluma Vector died in a car crash, and it was quite surprising to many of us that this great soul is not with us anymore. That happened in the Free State on Wednesday, and the accident reportedly also claimed the lives of 2 other musicians. One of them was a rising star, Elizwi Lokuqala, and also Vector's record label Ambitious Entertainment, as well as Black Diamond, were among those that just took to their social media to share just their tributes, I guess, with this very, very sad news. And I hate seeing musicians or any person in the limelight, perhaps, just pass away so young. I'm like, you literally are at the peak. Why? Why is this happening? But perhaps we just can celebrate the contribution that they've made so far, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's with the SA music industry is so fragile in so many different ways, and we need to protect all of our stars that are up and coming. So obviously condolences to everybody affected by this tragedy, and you know, as the SA music entertainment industry, just we want to say thank you for the contribution. And that's why music is powerful, because even long after you're gone, your music still continues to celebrate you.
Absolutely, and you'll go up there as being one of the greats, never ever forgotten. Well, speaking about greats, we got to talk about Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I love having a conversation about her. Honestly, I could talk for 3 hours, but we'll keep this one real short. I got interested, I think, in the Olympics because of the crossover into pop culture. Like we mentioned, LeBron James was there, a sports star, but also very big in the space of pop culture. Beyonce also introduced Team USA in the best way. I probably watched that video like 50 times because it's just so good. Let's have a look. Team USA.
Someone has just said they don't love Beyonce.
Yeah, no, I completely ignored that. Lorenzo, get out the building. Get out the building. And I love that she used one of her songs, Yeah, we're just going to move past and go into Beyonce chat.
Yes, please.
Because we've been waiting for visuals for the album Cowboy Carter, and she dropped them at the perfect time with this inclusion. Simone Biles, too, was in there, and I was like, yes. I love to see it.
Bam Adebayo, I'm a big basketball fan.
Yeah.
So he was one of the athletes in there as well. Come on, how good is that? That's iconic for an Olympic video.
Exactly, and you were also saying the basketball team did so well yesterday.
They did.
I'm not saying it's Beyonce, but maybe it's Beyonce.
Okay. Maybe it's Snoop Dogg.
Influence.
Is anyone having a better time at the Olympics than Snoop Dogg? He was watching Simone Biles yesterday. John Legend was as well, and Chrissy Teigen. I love the Olympics because it's an intersection of entertainment, of politics, of everything, and just world sports.
Yes.
And seeing that at the, I don't know if you guys were watching the gymnastics yesterday, but seeing them there was just like, wow, the worlds are colliding. Lady Gaga was there too.
Yes.
And who wouldn't be watching Simone Biles, one of the greatest of this and any generation, really.
It's crazy. Like, she is just somebody that I'm like, are you human? I'm not even sure. She's just breaking records left, right, and center. And we love to see women in sports, like our beautiful guest star today, Julia Stewart. Thank you for being here.
Yeah,
breaking down entertainment news.
I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, you didn't.
No, they didn't. That's it. And you also you're here for free as well.
Yeah, is that how it works?
Yeah, it works. That's it. Welcome back to South Africa.
That's where we wrap up entertainment news. Let's see what Gray's got for you.
Don't worry, Julia, what we normally do is we just pass a hat around and we'll sort you out after the show. I like the fact that she's talking about LeBron James, like she doesn't wake up with Alan Shearer every morning. Julia, we love you. Now, we love it when there is a focus on those that deserve the light. Well, it's lights, camera, action right now. July is film month and we want the plug-in. Kudle journeyed to the sun-soaked shores of KZN in Durbs for the Durban International Film Festival, the biggest of its kind in Africa, bar none. So ready your popcorn as we dive into the festival's most captivating highlights with her.
It's the opening night of the Durban International Film Festival. I had to dress up and look the part because it feels like a night at the Oscars. I am mostly looking forward to seeing some incredible films, but most importantly, some talented filmmakers taking part. Let's go. Can you please tell us what we can expect from this year's Durban International Film Festival?
We have a very strong program, all premiered. In other words, all the films showing at the festival have shown for the first time in either South Africa or Africa. And the highlight, I guess, is the 6 films from the Cannes Film Festival in May. Festivals do a good job in highlighting excellent films and help them travel the globe. So a lot of the films that are showing in South Africa, because the festival is so highly regarded, other artistic directors all over the world will be looking at the program, and hopefully this will get the films to travel.
Durban Film Festival is 45 years old, so it's the oldest film festival in Southern Africa, celebrating African content from South Africa. It provides a platform really for the celebration of African cinema all round. We really find it to be an important event because this is where we get a chance to meet, discuss, update on what are the latest trends in the industry, and also watch all the films from all over the world, including a lot of South African premieres, a lot of premieres from across the continent. We have filmmakers coming from all over the world internationally, but we also have filmmakers coming from different provinces that are active in the industry. Also gives us an opportunity to do location tours for the international filmmakers that are coming into the province. So it's really a win-win for tourism and film, and that's the magic of this wonderful collaboration.
We are truly so proud of you as a filmmaker. Talk to us about your film and why it's so important.
My film is titled Warm, which essentially talks about the patriarchal system. We touch on codependency and psychological effects that the patriarchal system has on women and men.
You are also the beneficiary of the KZN Tourism and Film Authority bursary. How did this come about?
I actually applied online on the last day even, and I applied and then I went for an interview, and that's how I got it. And I'm so thankful for it because now I'm able to create films, and they're playing on big screens like DIF.
I think what's great about DIF is it gives everyone a voice. I think it gives emerging filmmakers a voice. It gives established filmmakers a voice in terms of distribution, the way distribution is changing. And in terms of emerging filmmakers, it gives them a chance to understand how the industry really works. You got to have a product that travels. You got to have a product that reaches the right demographic. And I think DIF is doing that in the right ways. And, I've got a feature at the moment that's out in cinema. And now we're talking to streaming companies and all of those things. It's a very complicated game, and I'm so glad that they're giving an opportunity to emerging and sometimes even established filmmakers who come from old school don't understand what the new environment or the new landscape is about.
This is my second year in KZN, and so much is happening in KZN, with this kind of event. And, the Durban International Film Festival is one of the biggest, in Africa. And having it right here at my doorstep is something that's actually inspiring.
I am blown away. I am so excited to see and experience what Africa's best has to offer. Namhlanje, I get to experience the engine of the film and tourism industry. This is where deals are discussed, negotiated, and made. There's absolutely no better place to be during Film Month than the Durban Film Mart 2024.
These 4 days, we've got over 1,200 delegates from 53 countries meeting here in Durban, talking about film, doing business, projects in development, pitching to financiers with the hope that these projects get made and go on to big and small screens.
The NFPF is an agency of the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, and our role is to really create the equitable growth of the industry. The reason why we come here is because the Durban format is one of the markets that we fund, and we also recognize it's important in the industry for really making sure that the industry convenes and the industry comes alive around this time. We also fund the Durban International Film Festival that happens concurrently, and these two kind of hallmark events center the industry. So the DFM is a good place because it's where producers meet buyers, their films actually come to life.
We're at the Durban Film Mart because it's a gathering. It keeps growing year on year, and it's a place where you engage with your peers locally and organizations locally, but increasingly engage with international peers as well.
I grew up watching theater at community halls, and there are many formidable actors, gifted voices. And those people, we can use their skills to workshop the young and up-and-coming artists.
This is my third year attending the DFM, and I've realized that my first year in attending, I was a newbie, but I learned so much on that particular seminar. I met with the right people, I networked, and I feel like it was a great opportunity for me to learn as an actress and as a producer.
I am both in awe and inspired by the amount of talent that we have here, not only in KwaZulu-Natal, but the rest of Africa. KZN Tourism and Film Authority are truly putting Africa on the global map.
Visions Unleashed. I like the fact that they used that term because it really does feel like we've let the beast out the cage and now there's no stopping us. Absolutely love it. Kutle, you're amazing at what you do. Thank you so much for that. So good to see our faces represented. Pepsi Pokane, I think we all owe him a debt of gratitude for what he does behind the scenes, like so many of them. So congratulations to everyone who got that opportunity. Beautiful, man.
Beautiful. And we're going to continue shining bright our stars that we have in Mzansi. We've got Fancy Galada that's in studio. I can't wait to hear what she's got up her swaggy sleeves. Look at those gloves. I mean, come on. She looks the part, and I definitely know she sounds the part too.
And of course, 20 years of People's Project. We have to celebrate that empowering project. So make sure you stick with us. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
There are stories of dreamers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. And taking a last look at your news for you starting nationally, the Table Mountain Aerial Cableway will still be shut down for annual maintenance until the 1st of September. During this period, hikers must rely on themselves for return journeys. Safety preparations and awareness are crucial for a safe and enjoyable experience. While the cable cars are out of service, the mountain remains accessible via trails not impacted by the maintenance work. However, hiking trails directly under the cable pathways will be closed due to overhead work, and Tafelberg Road is closed to the public as well. Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa has signed into law a change to the Companies Act that promotes the ease of doing business to attract investors and force businesses to disclose the gap in the earnings between the highest and lowest paid persons in companies. The act will also extend the time periods which a court, I should say, may declare a director delinquent. The acts are seen as an important tool to empower workers to fight for more equitable wage structures. It will also compel businesses to disclose the persons owning them. Now, on to international news. Egypt's Ministry of Petroleum and Mineral Resources signed 2 agreements worth $340 million with international companies to enhance oil and gas production, and that is in the Mediterranean and the Gulf of Suez yesterday. A $222 million deal with Shell Egypt and Malaysia's Petronas aims to boost natural gas production in the Mediterranean's West Delta region by drilling 3 wells and establishing marine facilities. Additionally, a $120 million agreement with Cheiron Energy was signed to increase oil production in the Gulf of Suez. Now, Israel has conducted airstrikes against Hezbollah targets in Lebanon after a rocket strike killed 12 children and young adults in Majd al-Sham's Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. The Israeli Defense Forces, they claimed, or should I say, blamed the Iran-backed group for Saturday's attack, through Hezbollah denies involvement. Now, this incident, the deadliest since early October, escalates tensions between Israel and Hezbollah, which had already intensified following Hamas's recent assault on Israel. The Israeli targeted 7 Hezbollah sites, but it's unclear if there were casualties. The violence has raised fears of a broader conflict. Now, it's not only South Africa's athletes that will proudly represent their country at the Paris Olympic Games 2024, but also a specialized team from the SA Police Service. National SAPS Commissioner General Fani Masemola proudly wished 15 police officers well as they left for France to assist with policing functions during the Games. The SAPS is the only Southern African Development Community law enforcement agency participating in this skill-sharing opportunity for crowd management following a request from the French government. The 15 members, including 7 females and 8 males, began their duties with the opening of the Games on Friday evening. These officers, selected from all 9 provinces, each have over 10 years' experience in the Public Order Police Unit. And it's about time Paris receives our very own brand of stomach in, chest out. That's it for news for now. Of course, there's more sporting action for you. Here's Graham.
Welcome to your 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock sports broadcast. But just hang on a second. Yeah, no, I haven't had 5 cups of coffee yet, so I must go and get my 5th cup of coffee. Okay, I think I'm going to need to call in a rolling sub, please. Can I call in the best sports broadcaster in the world right now, Julia Stewart?
Yeah, good morning, everybody, with your sports. This is very impromptu because Graham wanted a coffee break. I'm Julia Stewart. Let's start with Olympics news. And of course, the Blitzboks clinched a bronze medal at the Paris Olympics with a thrilling 26-19 victory, thrilling and nail-biting. They beat Australia in the 3rd place playoff on Saturday evening. Our boys were trailing 7-5 at halftime, but they surged ahead in the second half with 2 quick tries by Zane Davids, both converted by Tristan Lates. Despite a late Australian comeback, a decisive try after the buzzer by Sean Williams, following a brilliant run by Selvin Davids, secured bronze in Paris and South Africa's first medal at the 2024 Olympics. Staying with the Olympic Games, Leon Marchand claimed France's first Olympic swimming gold since 2012 with a dominant performance in the 400-meter individual medley in Paris. Now, the 22-year-old set a new Olympic record with a time of 4 minutes, 0.295 seconds, finishing nearly 6 seconds ahead of Japan's Tomoyuki Matsushita, with American Carson Foster taking bronze. Marchand's victory comes after he shattered Michael Phelps's world record last year. He solidified his status as a heavy favorite in the event. Staying with the Olympics, and 2 heavyweights, Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic, 2 of tennis' greatest rivals as well, are set to clash once again in the 2nd round of the Olympics at Roland Garros. This marks their 60th encounter, with their rivalry spanning Grand Slams, Masters and Davis Cups. Their first meeting occurred at this very venue in 2006, when Nadal, then 20, was the defending champion with one of his 14 Roland Garros titles and 22 majors. Djokovic, who's world number 2 currently, was an emerging 19-year-old, ranked 63rd at the time. Today's highly anticipated match starts at 12 p.m. Moving on to motorsport news now, Lewis Hamilton clinched a victory after a dramatic Belgian Grand Prix. His Mercedes teammate George Russell was disqualified for having an underweight car. This marks Hamilton's second win of the season following his triumph at Silverstone and his 105th win of his illustrious Formula One career. It was also Mercedes' third win in the last 4 races, a significant turnaround after a challenging couple of years. McLaren's Oscar Piastri was promoted to second place, while Ferrari's Charles Leclerc moved up to third. The next race is the Dutch Grand Prix in Zandvoort on the 25th of August following the summer break. Pretty dramatic season in the Formula One, and that's where we're going to leave the sports news. Carissa is up next with your weather and traffic.
How do I top that? Absolutely brilliant. All right, let's have a look at the roads for the final time. And we in East London at Buffalo City, where there's been a cash-in-transit heist in the north of McLean Town. Now, heavy delays are expected. Avoid the affected area and make use of an alternative route if possible. In Blue Downs out in the Mother City, there has been an accident on the R300 northbound at Hindle Road. Delays are expected, of course, so do drive carefully once you hit those roads. Well, that wraps up all things to do with your traffic. Let's have a look at your weather for the final time. The South African Weather Service has issued an orange level 5 warning for damaging waves, resulting in damage to coastal infrastructure with a risk of medium to large vessels dragging anchor and breaking mooring lines between Alexander Bay and Cannon Rocks. Now, a yellow level 2 warning for damaging winds and waves leading to difficulty in navigation at sea are expected between Plettenberg Bay and Richards Bay. Furthermore, very cold conditions are expected in places over the interior of the Western Cape and Namakwa District interior over the Northern Cape until tomorrow. Now, forecaster Celeste Fourie says that temperatures are expected to drop significantly in areas like Gauteng, Mpumalanga and Limpopo from today, with chilly conditions predicted in these provinces. A very, very cold winter it has been, but for now, let's see if we can warm you up with our sunrise view up this hour. And out in Alberton, Louise got in touch with this beautiful one. It looks like the sun is going to be shining in Alberton today. Thank you, Louise, for sharing your morning with us. The colors of the clouds in contrast with the sky are absolutely beautiful. Well, it was just 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. That wraps up things with your news, weather, traffic and sports. But remember to continue sharing your morning views with us on 063 408 8863. Here's your temperatures for the final time today.
I had a great coffee. How was Julia? Was she okay? It was like above average,
I
eh?
think she might just come for your job.
But could she become the mayor of Uppington? I don't know. I don't
Maybe.
know. Uppington, don't let me down. Okay, come on, don't let me down. You and me are connected now.
Vote for Julia.
Hey, how awesome was that? Just
So
how awesome was
incredible.
that to see
I'm
someone
honestly
at
so
their
inspired,
man?
Yeah.
That's the past, girl. That's the
Come
past.
on.
Carissa, you're next.
From Mitchell Spain to the world, let's go. Well, listen, it's not about us, it is about our performer today. And taking to the stage right now is singer Fancy Galada with a song titled Ipuma Lam. Really excited to get into this. Fancy, take it away.
Hi, my name is Fancy Galada, and I'll be performing my song, Ipupalam, which means my dream.
Oh
Oh, it's the light in the eyes for me, the light that shines out. We absolutely adore you, Queen. Thank you so much for blessing us this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And between you and me, I want to know who your hairdresser is, because, girl, their hair is looking
On
so
point.
good.
Oh, that's it. Wow. Okay,
I
that's
love it.
Oh, we still have so much coming your way in your Feel Good Breakfast
If
show.
you're at
don't
that
we,
point,
Graham?
is it? It's game over now. She's so happy she's going to start
Yes, she's
crying and
done.
laughing for the rest of the show.
Let us tell you what's coming up for you right now. First and foremost, we love that the fact that a Taiwanese liaison was part of an 8-ton rice donation to the SA Red Cross. We're going to get into those details. We love stories of generosity, and we're going to be generous with you with more as well.
And then we got the Pebbles Project celebrating 20 years of empowerment. They do incredible work where it's needed most. I think at probably the most critical phase of development in a young child's journey, and they get it right. And they've been doing it for 2 decades now, and we want to celebrate with them and you after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso on S3, and we're still going down that road of just giving you some remarkable stories of inspiration. And today we want to share a story in particular about an organization that has been so incredible in transforming the lives of children in farming communities through things like education, health, and also nutrition. And since its inception in 2004, the Pebbles Project has positively impacted thousands of children across various regions, including Stellenbosch and also Somerset opposite West. And today joining us on the couch is somebody so beautiful. Would you like to do the introduction?
Of course. Hello, Sophia Warner, the founder and CEO of Pebbles Project, joining us to discuss their incredible work and vision. And I'm excited to hear a bit more about the inspiration and the vision behind this project. But first, welcome.
Oh,
how does it
thank you.
feel to be up this early in the morning spreading the love?
No, this early in the morning is not unusual, but just 2 hours of traffic is unusual.
Oh,
I don't normally have to do that, you see, so...
Oh, no, we're sorry about that. But
Stellenbosch is different.
it's different, and it's far.
Well, the Pebbles Project, we've been hearing about this. We know that it's empowering. It's about the community. It's about ensuring that the scaffolding of building communities that are self-sustaining and are caring is there. So what was the vision starting this out? What was the actual mission statement when you got this going?
So the intention when we first started, we were looking at children affected by fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yes.
So impacted when the mother drinks alcohol. But since that very narrow brief, we have expanded hugely into the projects that we do. My sister's in the wine industry, and a lot of her friends, when I moved over from the UK, we decided the wine industry was an area that was not very well supported. The farming communities were communities that were also not very supported. So we thought, okay, there's a gap here that we can do some work.
Wow, and work you are doing, and we commend you. Thank you so much, Sophie, for really contributing so positively to a community that sometimes does, or communities rather, that sometimes does get forgotten. And you've been doing this for 20 years.
Yes.
That is incredible. 2004 was its inception. We're in 2024 now. And I can imagine that so many years of toiling, putting in the work, and also just garnering inspiration from what you do. So can you talk to me about that emotional journey and impact that the project has on you and perhaps you have on the project itself?
Sure. I think when we started, my intention was I was only going to stay in South Africa for a couple of years, maybe 3 years. Now, 21 years later for me, and 2 South African children, it's very much become home for me. And I think just emotionally, it's been an up and down journey. It's been hard work, but we set our sights quite high. We have high standards, and all of the staff, I mean, I haven't done this on my own. We've got a team of about 110 staff members.
Sure.
So everybody plays their part.
Incredible.
We're led by a board of trustees who also, you know, they just guide us and help us do our best, really.
It's beautiful
Love
to
that.
hear.
So we were talking about education, we were talking about health. I'd love to know a bit more about the programs and the initiatives that the Pebbles Project, you do your work with, because I'm certain that when an investor or anybody is going to, watch us now and says, hey, I want to contribute somehow, they want to know where the plugins are. So take us through some of those.
Well, the lovely thing is, because we've got such broad programs and initiatives, that if a donor's interested in one thing, we've got that. If they're interested in another thing, we've got that too.
I love that.
So we really work with the pregnant mums from conception and support the pregnant mothers through a healthy pregnancy. Then we work through first 1,000 days into early childhood development, critical time. You mentioned it before, absolutely critical to get it right when they're so small. Then when the children go off to primary school, high school, we support them after school in aftercare facilities on the farms. And then we run all the way through up to an early adulthood program where we support young adults between sort of 15 and 25. And the end goal is to get them employable, employed and successful going forward. So we fill every aspect of their lives. Underpinning all of the education programs is our health program. Where we provide healthcare services for the children and for the communities. And then we have a nutrition program as well, where we've got a kitchen over in Stellenbosch that produces about 4,000 meals a day.
Wow.
And feeds a lot of, not only our own Pebbles children, but a lot of other NGOs as well. So it really, it's like a one-stop shop of we address every need in their lives.
Beautiful.
I love that. For investors, you have so many plug-in points there. Chat to Sophia. I think that there's a place for you if you want to get involved. It's really beautiful, this project.
Yeah, I mean, I love that you've spoken about community, because I feel like it does take a village, and that what you're doing echoes exactly that. So I wonder how, from the children to everybody in the farming area, how the community really does either step up or play its role in what you're doing.
Sure. I think one of the biggest challenges with the communities is lack of access.
Yes.
That's it. It's lack of public transport. It's lack of access to services. So that's really what we've been addressing, is making it accessible to have early childhood development, to have health services, but it's all accessible. So a lot of the time we also have to provide the transport to make things accessible.
Yes.
The communities are very on board. Some of them we've been with for 20 years since we started.
Amazing.
We've got a bit of a waiting list of other communities that want to come on board, but we only have like certain capacity. But the communities get on board. The farm owners also, you know, in the wine industry, their interest and their focus is on making decent wine.
Of course.
If they're growing citrus fruit, that's what they do. They don't really get involved in any depth into the communities. So this is where we come in, and that's the gap that we can fill. So the farm owner carries on doing his thing. They're very supportive. Yeah, and the communities themselves, we've reached the point where we actually want to pass a bit more responsibility back onto the communities.
I love that.
They've been quite dependent on us for a while.
Yes.
So it's now time to say, okay, what are your issues on your farm and how can you fix it?
Yeah.
And how can we just be behind supporting?
Scaffolding.
Yeah, scaffolding, rather than it all coming from our organisation, but actually supporting the community, because one day we might not be there. They need to fly by themselves. Yeah.
Giving fish versus teaching how to fish, essentially.
Yeah.
I love
Brilliant.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
the work you're
Thank
doing is
you.
incredible.
Nice.
And we wish you nothing but the best in terms of your expansion and continued just blessings coming your way.
Thanks so much.
It's going to be great. Peoplesproject.org. Please lean in and support Sophia's project. It's going to be incredible to see the entire community get together. And alongside shall these particular initiatives continue. And we'll showcase them right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yep, because that is our role. That's the service that we can play. And you mentioned investors there. I'm thinking 20 years is a lot of trust within those entities, those role players. If you're a brand looking to need that trust, I think you have your plug-in, as Carl said. Now, sometimes this plays out in a long-term narrative, sometimes in just amazing moments. And that's what we're going to focus on right now. An incredible act of generosity and global solidarity, if you will, as the Taiwanese Liaison Office here in South Africa recently gifted the South African Red Cross Society in the Western Cape a staggering 8 tons of rice. Now, we know that this donation will make a significant impact on the lives of thousands now, as the Red Cross already helps to feed 10,000 people in feeding schemes for the elderly and ECDs, as we've just pointed out, a critical gateway. Let's take a look.
This handover is 2 tons of rice is extremely significant. It's something that the Taiwanese liaison officer has been doing for the city over a long period of time. But what it does, it allows us to put this out into the communities to help subsidize their nutrition. So what we will do with this is now we will make donations to worthy causes, places where nourishment is lacking and where they're really finding it difficult to provide for themselves sustainably. And we will now give this out to those communities going forward in the next couple of days.
Well, in terms of the Western Cape, it helps us tremendously because we have feeding schemes for the elderly as well as ECD centres, and we feed about 10,000 a week. And then we also have 160 smaller NGOs who rely on us for food and all of that. So it certainly helps us in many, many ways reach thousands of people.
You know, during the Second World War, there was a German theologian, and he said, love has this unique feature. It can't see pain and suffering and move away from it. So when you see the suffering, particularly with the poor and the disadvantaged, with the storms we have to get involved. So we have to be prophetic to keep people accountable, particularly authorities, to make sure that all our resources go to care for the poor. That doesn't happen every year. And secondly, we have a pastoral responsibility. We got to be involved. We get out of our parochial environment and really get involved with people's lives. At the end of the day, it says good religion is caring for the poor and the hungry. And God calls us to do that. So it's faithfulness to God, but we're also faithful to people.
I think contributions like today and partnerships like we see today, where Taiwan has donated rice to such a multitude of the GNU partners, is really emphasizing the plight of humanitarian struggles that we are facing in South Africa, and it really adds to that and assists that, making it known to the world and also ensuring that our hungry get fed.
Incredible, sure.
8 tons of rice. I've never even seen that amount in my life.
But
What
the
a
crazy thing
connection.
is, you would probably find on another given day 8 tons of rice just falling through the cracks and disappearing. It's about connecting those dots. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Those 8 tons of rice will not only provide much needed relief to the most vulnerable communities, but also I think serves as a reminder, a beacon of hope, if you will, of hope and unity when we most need it.
Absolutely. But the Red Cross could also use your help, of course. So go ahead and visit their website. It is, of course, redcross.org.za to learn more about how you can get involved. And please do. We've seen how acts of kindness can make such a tangible difference, reinforcing the values of compassion. You know, community is just Ubuntu at the end of the day. I am because you are.
All right. So now that we had that generosity, there's a super talent here, Celeste Florence, who's going to be singing a great, great song a little bit later. Plus, we've got a recipe for you for a hearty sweet corn bread. But before we get there, for the Olympics, we are doing a little dart competition, Celeste. And I know that you are going to be doing a Donna Summer number a little later, right?
Yes.
But that song, if you listen carefully, it says, let's dance. Let's dance. So this, can you do this for us, if you
I
don't
can
mind?
try.
You have
I'll
3
try.
goes to
Okay.
get a good score. And then, okay, so turn around over here. The line is, here's your line.
Okay.
There we go. And then just get as many as you can. That'll be fantastic. Here it goes. So like that's, okay, that's fine. You're going to get another chance. It's fine. It's okay. There we go, Celeste. Shh. Okay, that's a 6.
Almost.
Perfect. 6 is very, very good. This is what I'm doing. That's
I'll
it.
try.
That's it. Do it for Donna Summer. And then that's it.
Wow,
Hold on.
and
There's
a
one
2.
more. There's one more. Because you got 8 so far. And here is the one. You're going to go bullseye. Go for it. It's happening.
Yes.
That's a 1. Yes.
Aiming for
Perfect.
the
That's
stars.
a 9. That is great. Celeste will perform for you just after this. Stick with us. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. That was great.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. I missed you, and you're back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. So winter is in full swing. We can feel that, not only in Uppington. So bringing along the unwelcome guests, of course, colds and flu, it happens. So from family gatherings to festive celebrations, colds and the flu can ruin our plans. So having Carenza Parasi will help you embrace winter without any worry. Don't worry, it's there for you. So what we are doing is we are giving you the chance to win 4,000 Rand in cash. That is a cold-busting, flu-busting amount of money. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us about a time when cold and flu symptoms affected your life or a happy event. Don't forget to add hashtag #OTCWinter for your chance to win. Now, there's been many times for me, because I know for a fact that while you're training for something like they call high rocks, you get sick, and then suddenly you get, pulled aside, and you're like, I have to start all over again. That's how it feels. It's not a lovely feeling. However, when you do have something like Carenza Parasi on your side, you tend to get right back in there, lots of vitamin C content, so you get back into the swing of things. And all of the stories from your side, they're pouring in. Let's take a look at a few of them. And this one, it comes from Nadir Manki saying, Sore throat and body aches would be my first symptoms, but with the help of Carenza Paracy, it helps me with my recovery. Hashtag #AdcockOTC Winter. Thank you, Nadir. I appreciate you. Another one coming through from Ronald Jewell saying the first thing for me is a head cold and then the post-nasal drip. Head starts throbbing and my nose leaks like a tap. Then I know it is time to dose up and take my meds. I only go to the doc if I really cannot make it with the body pains. Another hashtag #AdcockOTC Winter. Now, Terence Machwi saying this. I know I'm getting sick when I start feeling colon. This looks like a study. Number 1, sneezing, colon. Repeated sneezing, fits that leave me feeling drained. Fatigue, a sudden lack of energy and exhaustion. 3, runny nose, a drippy, stuffy nose that's producing more mucus than usual. And 4, loss of appetite, a decreased interest in food and drinks. Hashtag #AdcockOTC Winter. Wowza. That was like a study on actual symptoms. Thank you so much. Very, very intense study of colds and flu symptoms. However, we want to hear yours, so keep those entries coming in. Competition closes 2 August 2024. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. And here's a quick reminder as to how to enter.
Got a cold or flu? Effervescent Carenza Paracy has got your back, specially formulated to effectively relieve pain, fever, and nasal congestion. And to make you feel even better, 2 lucky viewers each stand a chance to win 4,000 Rand cash by answering the questions on the Carenza Paracy competition post on the Expresso social media pages using hashtag #AdcockOTC Winter in your answer. Competition closes 2nd August. T's and C's on expressorshow.com.
And that's how to enter. I thought I'd remind you very, very quickly. And now this is how to be entertained.
Oh, well, on the stage right now is Celeste Florence, and she's going to perform Last Dance by, Last Dart?
Last Dance.
Last Dart by Donna Summer. And will be followed by the South African Youth Choir with a song named Isibile. Can't wait for both of those. But Celeste, you're up first.
Hi, I'm Celeste Florence, and I'll be doing Donna Summer Last Dance. I'm part of the Women's Festival, so please enjoy.
Last dance, last chance for love. Yes, it's my last chance for romance tonight. I need you by me, beside me, to guide me, to hold me, to scold me. But when I'm bad, I'm so, so bad. So let's dance, the last dance, let's dance, the last dance, let's dance, the last dance tonight. Last dance, the last chance for love. Yes, it's my last chance for romance tonight. Come on, baby, let's dance, dance.
absolutely incredible. I want more singing, please.
Let's dance.
Let's dance.
And let's cook.
Yes, let's cook.
Because we're going to cook after this break. We're going to come back with how to make a sweet corn bread or sweet corn loaf. Definitely something that I think you would have these ingredients in your pantry. So you're going to add this to your list of things to do this week.
And of course, more singing. We've got a choir that's going to be giving you something fantastic. So why would you go anywhere else? It's your feel-good breakfast show. Please stay there. Please, no, please don't go.
Let's dance.
Let's dance.
Let's dance.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Your timing is good. Why? Because it's time for another episode of Handy Heroes. And today, the experts from Timbled, Somerset West, and they are experts, share their DIY hacks and some beautiful, very valuable paint tips to help make our next DIY project as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Timbled, Somerset West, a Plascon paint expert store and member of Paint Club.
Timbled is 'n welbekende winkel in Somerset West. Timbled is deel van die Paint Club wat ons 'n Plascon paint expert winkel maak. Ons spesialiseer dan in gespesialiseerde advies, kwaliteit diens, regte prys. Timbled is ook deel van franchise en 14 winkels nasionaal. Ons winkel is die beste hardeware winkel in Somerset West. Ek sê nie net so nie, met Google reviews kan julle maar gaan kyk. Ons is die beste. Wat my trots maak van die winkel is Timbled se personeel is uitstekend. Hulle het 'n goeie verstandhouding met die eienaars en die personeel. Ons almal werk lekker saam. Plascon is 'n gevestigde maatskappy. Hulle staan by hulle produk, kwaliteitprodukte wat hulle verkoop en ons werk is makliker deur die produkte verkoop omdat hulle vir ons goeie diens gee. All in all is definitief my beste produk. Hy het 'n 15 jaar waarborg. Hy is 'n semi-machine afwerking. Hy is baie durable, UV resistant en goed om buitekant te gebruik. So voordat jy begin verf, maak seker jou area is mooi skoon geprep. Maak seker dat die area droog is. As jy nou gaan verf, maak seker alles is toegeplak. Rollers en masking tape is reg en die res moet jy maar net verf. Voorbereiding is die belangrikste. Dit help nie koop duur verf en jou voorbereiding is reg nie, dan gaan die verf afdop. So voorbereiding is baie belangrik.
Handy Heroes, powered by Plascon. Together, we've got this.
We've got this indeed. Thank you so much to our handy heroes. I know we downplay it a lot. When we tackle these kinds of projects, we really do need someone who knows what they're doing in our corner. So you really are heroes to us. Thank you.
Start to show our strength and resilience is legendary. Mycotex, strong enough to endure anything.
Handy heroes. We kind of handy in the kitchen sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Carissa and I are going to give you something wonderful, warm, wholesome and full of flavor. That's what we're bringing you to the table today. Now, it's a hearty sweet corn bread, a golden loaf packed with sweet corn and bacon. Hello. It's perfect for any occasion and is sure to become a family favorite. So let's get baking together. So let's do this slowly but surely. I believe that there's some creaming to be done over here.
Yeah, you're creaming, and then I'm gonna flour.
Okay, great.
So
you
I'll do
flour.
dry, you do the wet.
Done.
Okay, so we're going in with flour first, and
Yes.
we've got a couple of white substances here, all that you can definitely consume.
Okay,
so
cool.
This is the flour that we're sifting, and then we got bicarbonate and soda, and we've got baking powder as well. We've also got some salt and some bacon. So those are the dry
Perfect.
ingredients getting together. What do
Looking
you
forward
have?
to seeing how those white substances come together. Anyway, so what I have is I've got some sugar, all right?
do.
I got some sugar.
Sugar.
All right, I got some brown sugar.
Nice.
I've also got some eggs. I've got some buttermilk. I've got the, obviously, the sweet corn that you'd get as well, and
Sure.
then a bit of honey. And I'm going to bring those all together. Plus, we have an incredible, right, a little butter here as well.
Okay.
About 125 grams, basically, you know, half a cup.
Half a cup of
That's
butter.
how it goes, which is great. So let me give you an idea. So the trick to this hearty sweet corn bread is it's in the butter. That's why I'm using it. Okay, so I'm going to use about 125, you know. So what I'll do is the Clovis Moy River premium butter is perfect for cooking and baking. It's creamy, luxurious. The flavor just melds seamlessly within the other ingredients, enhancing the overall taste and flavor. And when you whisk it, all right, ooh, you will never risk it when you whisk it because it's great. You got to whisk it with the honey. As you'll see, I'll do this in a second with brown sugar. It creates something very smooth, a mixture that is gorgeous to start any baking recipe. And that's what I'm going to do for you today.
Oh,
because
I love it.
can.
You can.
And the great thing about these little blocks, right, they give you the grams.
I love that.
So you don't have to still think, okay, where's
How
my
much
cup?
where?
Where's half a cup? No, just take this little brick of incredible butter and then you just
Wow.
slice it over here.
Because I was wondering when you were like,
yeah.
oh, half a cup, oh, this many grams.
So I'm just saying, so remember, there's 100 grams over there.
Okay.
All right? And if that is, all right, it goes 100 grams, 100 grams, 100 grams, you see? So over there will be 200 grams.
Yes, thanks,
so, right?
Matt.
So you kind of have to like minus, right, about, it's like, you know,
So it's how many?
75.
175.
So it's about 125 over there. So if you go here, then that's it. And you start cutting over there. And then that's 125.
Oh, my
How did I know
goodness.
that?
How could
Because
you?
it's not me. It's the butter.
All about the butter. Well, listen,
Yes, it
my
is.
dry ingredients are pretty much done. I'm just going to add my bacon in there. And once you're done with the creaming, then we can add the wet to the dry ingredients and put it all together. But I want to see you whisk up this butter.
Well, see, the thing is about butter is that, you know, sometimes I give it a bit of a heat in the microwave.
Okay.
Sometimes I do that, but because I want to make it a little bit more difficult for myself, all right, I'm going to do it this way.
Go
so
for
I'm
it.
going to do it. So I'm actually going to get some texture in there so it can really break down. And then I'm going to do the mixing.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to do the whisk first just to try and
You're
to
making
break
it
it down.
super hard on
I
yourself.
am doing it, but I'm just want to make sure that it's whisked because the thing is, I'll bring in the others. But as I process this is what's going to happen. So first I do that, and then I'm going to add in the other ingredients because I just want to make sure it's winter. So butter naturally does this. But if you look at the creaminess of this, it's going seamlessly, and that's what happens when you have premium butter
Right.
over your sort of normal butter.
I have to comment on the technique because this action is great. Like,
No, because
it's arm day
you,
today.
you're breaking through, you know, obviously the butter just a little bit. But as I said, it's always nice to actually take out the butter out of your refrigerator a bit before your recipe
Right.
in order for you to get the creaming process going. And so this is, see what I'm looking for over there? So now it's all coming together, and then buttermilk.
Okay. There's method to the madness.
There is
Let
method.
me not doubt it.
And then slowly but surely, this is all
incorporates.
going to come together. And as you'll see, slowly but surely, with patience, comes a great recipe, okay? And I'm going to continue. How's your dry ingredients going?
No, listen, it's waiting.
Hey?
It's waiting
How's
for
your
you.
dry ingredients?
It's waiting for your wet ingredients.
What do you mean? No.
You took the scenic route.
I did take the scenic route. The great thing is, you see with the whisk over
What
here?
happens now?
No, it's supposed to happen. It's
Okay.
infusing the buttermilk with what it needs.
Buttermilk with the butter.
That's correct.
How does
That's
it
like a
release
double
itself because it's trapped?
No, it's not trapped at all. It's
Oh.
not trapped. It can be freed. We live in South Africa. Freedom
30 years
is here,
of
right? Look at
democracy.
that. That's what I'm saying. It's very easy. Look how I'm doing this. But I kept it together so it doesn't spill on the counter.
I get
So
that.
basically what it's doing here is that it's avoiding you from spilling anything onto the counter and causing something. So that's what I'm saying. So that while we do that, right, now that I've got that all broken down, I'm going to just go here to the mixer.
There's one that
And then
wants
done.
to break free. There
Look
you
at
go.
this. It's going well.
It is.
It is going well. I'm going to go here, and then let's go here. And let's
And
see.
do you add in the other ingredients while that's going?
correct, but I'm still
or-
processing this.
Oh.
And how amazing is this as it goes through? It's having fun with all the other
It
ingredients.
is. I see that. They're
And that's
having
what
a party.
I'm having the party. I'm having a party in my life. In fact, you want to crack 2 eggs in
I
there?
would love to
Let's
crack
go
2
for
eggs
it.
for you.
Let's crack 2 eggs in there for me. See?
Egg
Look at
one.
this. Hello,
in.
eggs. Look how it's going. I'm actually
It's
going to turn
an
up the heat.
excellent party now.
It is. And now, watch how this creams together seamlessly and beautifully. And that's the type of texture I'm looking for. Once I'm getting
Right.
to a smooth texture, I go in with my honey, I go with my sweet corn, And we are
I'll
just
have the
sweet
honey
together.
on standby.
Look at this.
I've heard
oh.
a nice trick for honey is that you actually put oil on the
Yes.
bottom and then it slips out real good.
What?
Yeah.
There's a hack.
There's one hack. At least I could contribute
I love
something
that.
to the baking world.
That is exactly what I'm looking for. And now I'm going to just turn it up. And look at this
Turn it
going.
up,
Turn it up.
turn it
You
up.
see, look at us. Look at us two DJs spinning on the decks. Shake it down. Yes! So while this goes in, I'm going to slow it down a little bit so I can introduce
So does the
some of
corn
my-
get blended too?
Of course.
Okay,
It's
beautiful.
all together. This is why we like it like this. And now we turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. I love this. And you can dance to it, can't you?
I can hear it.
I love this.
And then the bass drops.
That's a dun, 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 dun. Look at that. You see this? And that's going to go so well with your dry ingredients.
Absolutely.
We are like almost ready to make it happen.
You're also ensuring that it's all blended well so that when you bite into it, you're not getting bites of different things. It's like, it's an even bite throughout the golden
Look
loaf.
at this.
Good job, Carl.
Magic. Just like that. That's what we're looking for. And this is the texture. It's the, and are you ready for the dry ingredients?
I've been ready. I've been ready.
Look at that.
But I've been patient.
I know,
That's what
thanks for
baking
being patient.
requires.
I love that. That was amazing. That was a blender moment, all right?
That was
AKA the
very
blender,
poetic.
the blender fussy moment. That's right. The weekend was just here and that was special. So,
Okay,
shall we
so
continue?
now we're incorporating the wet to the dry.
Yes, indeed. Oh, we did such a great job together.
You
didn't we?
did such a great
Hey, no,
job.
that was us.
I'm so proud
Right?
of you.
You with your white substances and me with my nice mixture.
Yeah.
And now look at that going. Look at that.
You mix this all together and then it goes into the oven
beautiful,
for
eh?
200 degrees for
Yep.
about 30 to 45 minutes. And as soon as you see that golden brown texture, you
at
know
this
that
texture.
it's good. It's already looking
We
good.
did good. I'm just saying we
I think
did
the bacon really elevates it, to be honest.
I like because you know that you got a natural. You can't over sweeten this thing. So sweet corn's already sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We've also added the honey. Remember, so now the bacon's going to offset that with a nice little bit of saltiness.
Absolutely.
We need those pops of saltiness. It's important.
Okay, then we're
And-
putting it into our
Here we go.
skin tartan.
And as you can use with some grease paper, you know, grease-proof paper, which is good. Some baking paper. It's always nice to use that so you
And
can
it's
lift it
giving
out.
rustic too, you know, so
Oh,
it doesn't
my
have to
word,
be
that is
perfect.
perfect.
Oh, you think it's perfect?
I think it's perfect.
Oh.
It's because of the
See,
well-balanced
there's a
dry
little bit of flour
ingredients.
there.
You know? Hey, that's
You said the well-blended ingredients.
Yes, they just-
I let you down a little bit. There's some flour that popped out. But
No,
you
but
know
that's
what?
going to bake through. That's the great
Yeah.
thing about baking. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Let me get that white
All right?
stuff in there.
That's it. Perfect. Ta-da! Look at us. And that's going to go. We're going to bake that down. It's going to be our staff meal. We love adding that to the mix. And here it is. If you want to get the recipe and all of the ingredients, including, yes, the white powders we've used, as well as that credible ingredients, all you have to do is go to expressoshow.com. Simple as that. The full recipe is there. Enjoy the warm goodness. And, of course, this hearty sweet cornbread is something for you. Do it exactly the way we did it, and you'll guarantee success.
Indulge in Clover's Moy River Pure Salted Butter. Perfect for cooking, baking and spreading. Elevate every dish with Clover Moy River Butter.
Okay, this is quite exciting, okay? You're not crying, you're
not
not
crying.
rolling
You're-
around,
are you
you've
not
washed your
crying?
hands, you've got, everything is working out beautifully. I love that.
It's because Carl took the scenic route. I had time to just relax into it and chill. And I'm glad that you
did.
could join us because we want you to taste.
Thank you so
Not
much.
necessarily our creation, but
it looks.
something like
I'm just going to use my fingers
Yeah,
here. and
please,
just
go for it,
right
please
in there,
do.
guys, because it just looks absolutely awkward.
We just
Sorry,
wanna
now I'm
check.
touching every piece so that
Yes,
no one
well
else can have
done.
any. Wow, that looks delicious.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much. My excitement. Okay, is only overshadowed by the excitement of the SA Youth Choir.
Yes.
I know we have a lot of enthusiastic choirs out here, but these kids are so excited to be performing right now. They look amazing, and I have no doubt it's going to feel like an international reality TV show when they perform in just a moment. I'm just planting the seed, guys, just planting the seed. I'm going to take this moment now to process my beautiful... What is this, guys?
This is a sweet corn and bacon loaf with delicious butter.
And a whole lot of love.
Lots of
Oh,
love
much
there.
love.
You can tell the dry ingredients were mixed well in that one. Carissa did that. What do
Yeah.
you think?
Beautiful.
Are you happy?
10 out of 10?
Eh?
Like an 8.5. At least, no. Like a 9 at least.
We'll try again next time. It must have been my hand action or yours. Thank you, Grace.
Delicious.
Let's see for myself.
Oh, this is going to be better.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I know, because we have you in our lives, we feel like this every day, but we want you to feel like every day is payday, and it could be. If you play Daily Lotto today, there is an estimated 520,000 Rand in the jackpot this Monday. Monday blues for what?
For who? Well, luckily, there are many ways to buy your tickets. You could go in store, or you could head over to the nationallottery.co.za website, or even on the mobile app. Now, you can also purchase a ticket through cell phone banking. They've made it that easy for you, or you could just simply dial *120 *7529# for all USSD.
All the details are on our Expresso social media pages, so go check them out as soon as you can. And will the 520,000 Rand estimated daily lotto jackpot be yours? There's only one way to find out. Play now. Simple.
Simple indeed. Well, we are, of course, going to end up the show on a sweet and beautiful note, because on the stage is South African Youth Choir with a song called Istilibile. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Brayton Valentine, and we are the South African Youth Choir. We're going to perform Istibili.
Beautiful. I have a feeling a producer of some big international reality TV show started watching our show now because they're looking for that initial South African plug-in. But please back yourselves. Incredible talent, just beautiful energy as well. Look at those smiles. Please take a bow. The SA Youth Choir, just delivering.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing, man. They're actually more enthusiastic than we are on our own show.
Because they can
Okay,
sing
come on,
in
okay?
unison, that's why. But it's a really incredible opportunity to have these talents on the screen. Of course, tomorrow there's some more talents because the thing is, here's a performance going to make you so hungry. All right, Salome. Is on the screen tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And of course, more stuff coming your way. Vikas Botma, don't worry, Prev Reddy's going to be here. You know you have to come back at your Feel Good Radio show. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Love you so much.
See you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Another Feel Good production.
Indulge in Clover's Moy River Pure Salted Butter. Perfect for cooking, baking and spreading. Elevate every dish with Clover Moy River Butter.